94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. With Kyle Wallace, here's Ben Brust.
Yep.
I think you're supposed to talk back.
I was going to go. It is a great day to be alive on this Thursday. Shut up, Josh. It is Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin. Obviously, the voice you heard off the top of the show was not Kyle Wallace. He is getting ready. Maybe already for his wedding on Saturday. I wouldn't be shocked. Actually, I think there was a retwist for the Dreads today. So he actually is starting the get-ready process for the big day for Kyle. I'm Ben Brust alongside Josh DiMaggio. You're here, Josh, on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings on 94.5 ESPN. He is in for the day. And we're live from Summerfest, right on the lake, as people have the koozies showing me the ESPN branding. And it really is a great day to be alive. Every time I'm back at Summerfest, you get the unofficial start to real summer, right? Like, because it's like the first major event, I feel like, where I'm starting to get the vibe. Although, Josh DiMaggio, you're in shorts and a T-shirt, and I'm in more clothes, and I've got the goosebumps.
I think you just got to gut it out. Summerfest is the official start of summer to me in Wisconsin. That is when summer starts. So I'm just going to be in shorts and a T-shirt of some kind, maybe at night if I come and plan to stay into the wee hours. I'll bring like a flannel. But just got to gut it out.
No,
it's not raining. The sun's shining. It's a beautiful
I think you've gone too far with the flannel. Once it reaches this point, no matter what you wear, you can't bring anything. You got to gut it out. It's a mental thing. It's a mental battle that I play with probably myself and only myself.
Who are you in a battle with?
Myself. Like I'm tough enough to not need any more clothes than putting on whatever I wear, and it's summer. Like I'm not gonna give in to the fact that it could be cooler at night.
Now you're just lying to everyone.
No, I'm not.
You may think that, but you started that with I'm being tough. Not a tough guy.
I'm not a tough. Okay, I lied about that part. I'm not a tough guy. I know that, but that's why it's a test for me to prove that I am tough.
Okay. Hey, whatever helps you sleep at night, whatever makes you feel better. I am really struggling to connect to our stream here. We've been going through it today, Ben. Let me tell you.
You've been going through it because you've been trying to save something that was not worth saving.
Take it to the furthest extent. Who's playing today? Do we know? Ed Sheeran?
I have no idea.
Ed Sheeran is playing.
I think this year I'm a free stage guy.
Okay.
I'm a free stage guy.
I like that hat, by the way. Awesome hat. I like to look at the attendees, and then I like to try and figure out what show they're going to.
Are you going to one major show every Summerfest?
Well, the bands I really wanted to see, Passion Pit, last weekend, I was in Mexico for.
Oh, wow.
I do have a particular interest in seeing the Marcus King Band, which is tomorrow, and I'll be here. So I might just roll it.
I've never heard of the Marcus King Band.
It doesn't surprise me. They are Jam Bandy adjacent. He is
okay,
but not quite to the extent of a Fish or a Dead and Company, which we've seen before.
Post Malone, I know, is a headliner. Everyone's talking about him. Is he cool? Is he popular?
I think so. He's not my cup of tea, but he seems like one of those massive artists that just everyone listens to.
Well, I'm not the music guy. I let Joshy and others guide me to what music that I should listen to. But we're over 48 hours, and I think it's on the where are you in the stages of grief from the Giannis Antetokounmpo. I said there was a portion of people that were already in acceptance that Giannis Antetokounmpo was going to be no longer a Milwaukee Buck. Then he was traded, and then there was a – yes, I see why you're laughing.
Nobody has battled with sending links more than our guy C-Cat.
That is completely true. Alex Strofe is no longer the producer. He was on Mr. Irrelevant with Josh yesterday. He's doing other roles and other things within our company, Good Karma Brands. But CCAT, man, you're on a scale of 1 to 10 on the confidence scale, 10 being I'm super confident in the job I'm doing at work. Where are you at today?
We're sitting at a 0.5. We're right
0.5.
We're right there, circling it. I'm never going to dip below that, so we're at a small spot.
I think you should be at least a 3.
We're on the air.
Yes.
You got to give yourself a 3. But
Yes.
everything else is, I think, 0.5.
Yeah.
And the good news about 0.5 and being new is you can only get better.
Right.
I don't know if you can get worse
Only
from where
going
you're at
up
right
from
now.
here. That's
and
all we
I
got.
can't believe inside baseball here, I saw Josh and CCAT, who's producing, meeting today.
Yes.
And it looked like it was all smiles. And then you take a shot at him right now?
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I've now connected to our stream 3 separate times. I'm still looking at a blue screen.
That's why you're on the stream. Look at us.
But I have to like, lean
we're a good
in,
side
get close.
profile.
We like to go straight on.
It's a good side profile.
But, we had a good meeting, a productive meeting. We talked about a lot of things.
And you added about like 10 things to the
Well,
list
I
for
have
tomorrow?
I have a really big problem too of like trying to communicate off air and then communicate on air, 2 different things, and I couldn't be nice on air and be like, hey, what the heck's going on here? So here we're stuck.
I'm good.
You're good.
I feel like normally, like even if like things are going wrong,
Yeah.
I'm the panicker.
Yeah, I'm not panicking.
Oh, come on. You did the Ben Brust. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking.
Does this look like a guy who's panicking?
Yes, it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't look like it. It
Yeah.
sounds like a guy who's panicking. So I'm just going to show myself because nobody needs to see Josh DiMaggio.
Dual screen.
Because he's panicking. What I do know is, as I was getting to the 5 stages of grief, acceptance was a stage that people reached with Giannis before the trade. If you had read the tea leaves that he didn't want to be in Milwaukee anymore. I think I felt a lot of anger yesterday.
Yes.
There was a ton of anger directed towards Giannis Antetokounmpo, which I asked, how much blame do you put on Giannis for where the Milwaukee Bucks are now, moving on from him? And now I'm to the point where it's like I'm seeing like a grateful side. Like he saved Bucks basketball. I know Justin Garcia of the Bucks Radio Network saying he saved Bucks basketball, and that could mean a lot of things. From being in Milwaukee, they could have been moved, and they built the Deer District, and the team was good. And then there was also the fact that like he brought a championship here for the first time in 50 years. And despite however you feel about the exit, I think that's always important to keep in perspective that whatever you're feeling about Giannis, try to remember where you were at Game 6. Because if I say Game 6 of the NBA Finals against the Phoenix Suns, everyone knows where they were, and everyone can tell a story about the memories they have from that night. And it only was possible because of him.
I mean, we pulled an all-nighter. We were on air. We had people chugging alcohol, calling in, talking about the great time they were having in the Deer District, and that's always really important. But I can't help but have the sinking feeling of, and I guess this could be my fault, prior to this season, Giannis had always felt almost like an untouchable, a near-perfect personality as it came to like a sports person you would admire. And then after reading Jim Ozarski's article, I came away feeling heavily like, man, all the stuff that was rumored to be negative about Giannis, turns out it was mostly all true. I found it very fascinating, the lack of understanding that you wanted Dame, but Dame would also cost Drew. I knew that. If I knew that, how does the NBA superstar not know that? And the confusion that happened, and and I do have to give him credit. One thing Aaron Rodgers never did, he at least admitted or acknowledged, hey, when I wanted to fire Bud, that probably wasn't the right idea. I don't know if he ever said I was wrong to want him fired, but just the way things have happened particularly the past 15 months.
So you're turning on Giannis.
I'm not turning on Giannis. Giannis has gone from an S-tier, A+, near perfect human being, athlete, and
so what? What is he, a B now?
Yeah, he's kind of like everyone else, and I didn't think he was.
On.
His story is wonderful. The things he's done in the community, what he's done for the Bucks, what he did to bring a championship here. And maybe this is me. Maybe you didn't think of it the same way. And I had rose-colored glasses on, Bucks-colored, green and cream-colored glasses.
Green and cream.
Green and cream-colored glasses on as it pertained to Giannis. But I have felt a slight tinge, and I have seen it online. The people, the people who were telling me we were idiots for even suggesting 6 months ago he could be traded are now like, look at this guy.
I can't believe it.
Yeah,
How did we not know this? How did we not see it coming? I saw, oh, my gosh, I feel so blindsided.
And the interesting thing for me is in the immediate aftermath, I felt almost acceptance right away. And then as I learned more, I got more towards anger. I retreated. I went backwards, which is not usually how it happens.
Usually you got to go all the way back around to get there.
And I'm never going to harbor an animosity for him because of all the things I said earlier about bringing the championship, the Deer District.
I said that.
I said it too.
No, you just like, yeah, he did that. But then you brought in your guy, Aaron Rodgers, comparing him to Aaron, but differently than what Aaron did.
If anybody who's listening right now has ever heard me talk about Aaron Rodgers, they realize how much more positive I am about Giannis, even if I'm not being the most positive person right now.
Aaron Rodgers could show up at Summerfest, shake your hand, say, hey, you've helped keep me honest and made me a better person.
I'd say I still got more. I got some peace of my mind to give you still. I got more for you, buddy.
and that's where Josh DiMaggio is.
Uh-huh.
I also think it's important from a Giannis standpoint to know that maybe, just maybe, because when you brought up his whole story and his journey in the documentaries, did American culture
I'm sure
ruin Giannis?
I think two things happened, and I said this on Jenny Gave It Chewy this morning. I got a sense when reading Jim's article, there was a sense of insecurity from Giannis that I didn't think was really possible. Obviously, everybody can be insecure in their own ways, and it's not like he's insecure about how good he is at basketball and all the things he's like. But the insecurity I could sense, Jim was writing into his article of like, he really did feel a sense of like, what do I do? Where am I going to be? Where am I going to live? What's going to come of my family? And that was something I sensed in the article. And I mean,
that's going back to when Bud was fired.
Yes, and we can all relate to that. It's just not something when you think of back to the Sterling personality and all that. You see somebody at the pinnacle of the sport winning championships, and you think, what do you got to be insecure about? So that to me was also very humanizing. Where you just don't – you think of LeBron, and you can point to his insecurities. The guy lies about the strangest things for no reason. And then I saw it come out maybe for the first time from Giannis, that level of insecurity of like, yeah, I might have bitten off more than I wanted to chew here.
Shouldn't that make you like him a little more?
It does in a sense, but it also makes me angry because he built the Bucks.
Because the persona was so strong the whole time. And
and I do think he was protected.
In what way?
I think a lot of the things that we know now, I think that information was had by people in and around the Bucks and was not shared with us.
I think that's fair.
But I don't think that's unique to the Bucks beat, the Packers beat, the Los Angeles Lakers beat. I do think when you have a superstar.
It's a different era of reporting.
Yes.
It 100% is, because you build relationships with so many different people and you sit on information you have until you basically get the clearance.
Yes.
But here's my thing.
Let's
just call it what it is. Jim Wazowski's article could have been out a long time ago.
Yes.
And my thing is like, if you know, like, I guess you're waiting to make sure he's traded.
Right.
But also, at the same time, like, you know the dysfunction, and if you're that close and you're that quiet leading up to the trade, and then the article comes out after the trade, if Giannis is gone, what relationships are you holding on
to?
Like,
and that's why it comes out.
That's the part that I don't understand, why it took so long to get information about Giannis out and why he was so protected. Because everything was a disaster last year, and you could have been like, here's why it's a disaster, and now it's hitting Bucks fans as to, well, look at all this stuff that was happening. How did we not know? Well, it was because it was withheld from you until Giannis was officially traded, which, again, it's just how it is nowadays. I don't love it, but that's the way it panned out.
Imagine how different fans' perception would have been if the piece from when he was in Phoenix at the end of this season, and he talked about we should have never fired Bud. Bud did it the right way. Imagine if that came out as part of that game story. Imagine how much that changes every fan's perception of how things went. I think it changes things a lot because they would recognize, like, oh,
there's something not right
There's something
between
very
Giannis
wrong
and the
here.
organization.
Yes. And also the part of him saying, I don't like the leaks coming out of the locker room, and then Jim heavily implies, which we all knew, the leaks were coming from the Giannis camp, the camp that told us nothing comes out of this camp. I know who I'm talking to. Well, where did all the stuff on you that was accurate come from? You and your people.
Again, if you missed the article, it was on the Journal Sentinel, and
fantastic. Set yourself a half hour aside. And read
it's long.
It all.
It's long, but it's
exhaustive.
Worth you understanding the depths of how things changed in the Bucks organization once Mike Budenholzer was fired.
The person who I have the worst feeling towards is Doc Rivers. That article, man, that guy did not care.
I didn't need that article to tell me that Doc Rivers didn't care.
I knew that, and then I read it, and I still came away like, wow, you really
didn't care.
Yeah, you could tell. Hey, go figure. Saying, I wouldn't wish this upon anyone, and that Joel Embiid's the most talented player I've ever coached, didn't go well in the locker room.
Go figure.
Who would have thunk?
What an introduction.
The $90,000 golf sim at the practice facility, like, he was just trying to work on his swing. He was
getting ready for it. He was collecting a check.
He was literally preparing for retirement.
And going to Grandparents' Day. He said he wanted to be at Grandparents' Day. He's going to be at Grandparents' Day now. And then after he leaves Grandparents' Day, he's going to head out to the golf course.
Yeah. That to me that was almost baffling to a degree.
I have a sad reality check coming.
Oh, no.
But it's necessary. And it's not like anything bad. It's just the reality in which the Bucks are in and what we're looking at next year without Giannis. After the trade has been finalized on July 6th officially, we can operate under the impression that, he's not a part of the team. We know what assets they got from the Heat. They've had the 10th and 13th overall pick in the NBA draft announced today by the Milwaukee Bucks, Nate Emmett and Braden Berries. What does that mean? What does Tyler Hero mean? What does Khalil Ware mean? What does Kasparis Shakounis mean? And Jaime Jaquez? I'm going to tell you what that all means on Kyle and Brust with Josh DiMaggio in for Kyle, live at Summerfest, coming up next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
I mean, I love you both, but I find Kyle a little more spot on.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Feels like the world is a little broken lately. Maybe all we need is a fix. Most spirits are acidic. Fix Vodka is different. Fix Vodka is the world's first high-alkaline, acid-free vodka. Handcrafted with natural spring water and select grain. Clean, smooth, done right. Better water, better vodka. Get your local Fix.
Fix Vodka.
Enjoy responsibly.
I can't raise my arms, I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. And that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. Not bracing for the next jolt of pain, it's gone. They've moved on back to living their lives. You've heard me talk about Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery, the pain's back off. And we love hearing from you, how we here at ESPN Milwaukee helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. Go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Get rid of that pain starting now. The consultation's totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Weekend appointments are available. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. Ewald Automotive Group is celebrating America's 250th birthday with as little as $250 down or $250 a month. Ewald makes it easy to drive the new or used vehicle to fit your lifestyle. Celebrate America's 250th with Ewald Automotive. $250 down or $250 a month. Available on over 1,500 vehicles at every Ewald dealership location. Select models with approved credit, tax, title, license, registration, and $479 dealer fees extra. See dealer for details. Expires 7/5/26.
One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but a way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for well over 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust, Josh DiMaggio in for Kyle Wallace. It is Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin live from beautiful Summerfest. Head on down. The lakefront views are amazing. The music is amazing. The food, the drinks, you got it all. Shout out to Major Goolsby's as Josh has got the burger going as well as many of our other teammates. We're at the Pella Remote Studio right now. Check us out in the Gruber Law Offices Sports Zone. A lot of stuff there.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff there. But it is Ben Brust and Josh DiMaggio. You can hit us on the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776. If you have any new feelings about Giannis Antetokounmpo in the direction of the Milwaukee Bucks right now. All right, here was my reality check, Josh, and don't look at my screen. I wanted to go back to the championship year, and obviously even before the championship year, the Bucks were building and building and building. But heading into the season and the preseason, you get these season-long over-under win totals. We do this a lot with the Packers. Right now they're 10.5. If they win 11 games, they go over their projected win total. And if they go under 10.5, they don't. They go under. You can bet the under if you like, but that's no fun if you like rooting for the Packers. For Bucks fans, for perspective, the season they won the NBA title, their preseason over-under, in a 72-game season, mind you, was 49.5. Pretty good for a 72-game season coming off of the bubble year. 21-22, 54.5 games was the over-under. 22-23, 53.5 was the over-under. 23-24, 54.5 was the over-under. 24-25, 51.5. And then last year, with no Dame, a wave Dame, no Drew, 35.5. And so I was like, oh, no. I mean, like, they went under that, believe it or not.
Yeah,
they won 32 games last year. Sure did. 32 games would win you money next year. They're sitting around 25.5 to 26.5, depending on where you look. That's a new perspective that I was not ready to look at, but I was curious because I'm like that. I'm like, I know I don't want to know, but I also have to know. So what does success even look like post Giannis? Tanking perfectly with the new tanking rules, not being bottom three.
Being fourth, fifth, or sixth worst.
Being fourth, fifth, or sixth worst in the NBA to get the best lottery chances. to try and bring. Well, and again,
For
but also what I forgot to mention, you have to acquire a first-round pick.
Yep.
Which is why it's so interesting where Tyler Hero, the former outside of Milwaukee native, where he fits in all this. There's rumors of him being shopped now. He could be shopped to the deadline. I know the Detroit Pistons are someone who's looking for scoring on the wing. He's that type of guy. They have picks. So it's just so weird. I don't even know how to discuss. Like, I know how to discuss this. I don't know how to discuss this for the Milwaukee Bucks because it's just so weird to have to talk about a team without Giannis. I think maybe this is I'm in denial.
Yeah, it feels like it. What was the number again that you told me for this season?
25 to 26.
25 to 26. Last year.
Oh, yeah, for reference.
Yes, for reference. Last year, a team that won 25 games was the Memphis Grizzlies. 25-57. That is a 300 win percentage.
Oh.
In the teams worse than them are the Kings and the Jazz. And then in the Eastern Conference, the Bulls, 12 seed, had won 31 games. So that is 6 more than the Bucks total there. And then we would be in territory with the Pacers and the Wizards, who had 19 and 17 wins.
So mind you, Josh, as I look at this and talk through this with you, there are so many teams that are like kind of vying for the opportunity to get in the play-in as well, because the Bucks were just outside of that at 11 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
so there is a tight window that they need to be in the mix for a lottery pick.
Yep.
Plus, they have to acquire draft compensation.
Right, because they don't have any other than the couple picks they got back in swaps and
well, that's going to be when I have gray hairs.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. It's like 5, 6, 7 years when you look at the 3 first-round picks that they got.
Yeah,
or with swaps and picks.
The interesting thing with the Bucks currently is, I think there's probably a lot of people who want to do the tear it down to the studs, start fresh, start new. But do the assets they have, it's not going to be like an Oklahoma City in terms of acquiring assets, flipping them, getting draft picks, and turning it around. Like, the thing is, and the thing we have to look for is maybe the 2 guys they drafted end up being good quick. And past that, it's,
if anything, you look at those players in their profiles, it's more of a
I know
they're going to be developing.
Ament is going to be a while. Burries seems like he has potential to kind of just start and
learn and play.
Right.
This is so weird. I don't like this.
No, it takes me back to, and to be quite frank about it takes me back to a time when I was younger and growing as just a sports fan in Wisconsin in general. And one of the reasons I don't share the same passion for the Bucks that I do for a team like the Packers is they just frankly weren't all that good or all that entertaining. And I fear that the new younger people who are sort of blossoming into sports fans are going to be in the same spot where there's going to be a prolonged period of, oh, yeah, maybe we end up as a 6-7 seed and win a series, have a little fun, and then it's sort of just recycle it over and over again.
That's the purgatory place of the NBA to live, is in that 6-7 seed area.
And we all here got fed up with that. We couldn't take it anymore.
And
God,
God
love you, Herb Cole. You do a lot of great things. You help keep the Bucks here. But, man, I do not want to see a trade for John Salmons to like, flirt with being one of the last teams in. I have no interest in that.
But here's the thing. Here's what I would say if you're looking for the positive outlook. Benny Positive.
Oh, here we go.
They sucked, and it wasn't fun to watch with Giannis or any of the guys they had last year.
It's not going to be fun.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it can't, with Doc Rivers not caring.
Right.
So at least you have a new
Taylor
coach
Jenkins.
who's trying to build I'm being real here. You have a new coach who's trying to build something. You have a bunch of players that are also young that you acquire from the Heat with your draft picks as well. So, like, there is a level of intrigue. It doesn't mean you're going to be good. It may mean you lose games, but if there's something to watch for, it's just something of a culture-setting standpoint and young talent that you can get excited about. It's a different way of looking at things. But, like, it's the new reality, and I'm telling you, that's how you have to embrace it, Josh DiMaggio. Don't let yourself sink into 2007 Josh DiMaggio.
Is it good when your selling point?
It's not good.
For the
I
Bucks?
was trying.
Well, here is it good?
Do you have a sales pitch? Because
I don't.
I just came up with one.
I've been
you're being the critic and not the guy who's providing solutions here.
It's never good when the overwhelming feeling after you spoke, I would thought, well, I mean, it can't get much worse. Like, you might get worse win-loss record, but it can't get worse than the dysfunction that we now know from the Milwaukee Bucks. That's like the best case I have. Hey, maybe we've got a path forward. We have something to hope for. It's not going to be.
I got another positive.
Uh-oh.
John Horst doesn't have to make decisions knowing that what is Giannis going to think.
Is that going to be a positive?
I don't know. I don't know. It could be positive or it could be negative.
That seems like a TBD.
We have never, but
right, we don't know him.
A TBD is a positive right now, Josh. It is. I'm being serious. The idea that John Horst, we don't know if he can build a competitive basketball team without a superstar. All he's done is have a superstar and mortgage the future to try and make said superstar happy and build them into a championship team.
To be fair, there ain't many GMs building without superstars. That doesn't happen.
I get it. I get it. I'm just trying to be glass half full, and you're here to poo-poo on every parade. Poo-poo parade, Josh DiMaggio.
I'm just giving you my honest feelings. I can feel when you talk a degree of, it's okay, we know them.
He's doing his job.
He's doing his job, and he's doing a great job. I feel a degree of I don't believe you believe what you're saying. I think you're just trying to find a positive.
I didn't say I believe it. I said I was giving a sales pitch. Right?
I didn't know those two things weren't the same.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not actually making a sale here.
Yeah.
I'm just getting people's minds to open up to maybe creating their own sales pitch around what's exciting about the Milwaukee Bucks.
You just want people to take what you said, use it as a launching off point, a jumping off point.
Yeah, because I don't want people to live in the bargaining and denial. Like I need people to get out of that.
I think
because this is the reality. I called this the reality check segment.
I think the one thing that's sort of helped people move on relatively quickly is the fact that the draft happened immediately, and the Bucks have now three new players just immediately to come in and to think about.
I like where you're going. Save that thought. Okay. Save that thought, because you know what I'm seeing on the Carbless Talk and Text line on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Here's what we're going to do. What are the positives? What are the positives for the Milwaukee Bucks? I want to know. I gave you my positives. One positive is less family reunions in the locker room. We have less Greek food in the cafeteria. We have no expectations.
Okay.
See,
it's a free roll.
Yeah, so what are your positives right now? What is your outlook as a Wisconsin sports fan looking at the Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis?
Do I have to answer now?
No, you got to answer on the other side. So you can. I know you're going to need 5 minutes because you're poo-poo Joshy. But I know the fans actually have positive mindsets, and you are a negative person by nature.
I'm going to rely on. This is the first time you'll ever hear me say this. The YouTube chat.
Oh, wow.
And all the people out there to convince me and to give me some reasons. Because I want to be positive. I don't walk around life saying, hey, I want to be Mr. Negative Nelly, even though I tend to go that way a lot. If you give me some positives and I believe them, I'll abide.
Positives only about the 2026-2027 Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And Doc Rivers.
And Doc Rivers. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text Live. Positives only. Next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Trust me.
What do you mean trust you?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a Superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior's worth paying for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Stenny's Lake Country, Maddie's in New Berlin, and Jugs Pub and Grill in Slinger. Michelob Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board, build a great career, and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 of a carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 of a carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Get a $1,000 trade-in bonus. Any make, any model, any condition. You'll be surprised at how much you'll get for your trade at the Cunis Trade-Up event, happening now at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis dealerships in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. That's right. Any make, any model, any condition. Get a $1,000 trade-in bonus and take advantage of great new vehicle specials from Chevrolet, GMC, and Buick. Looking for value? Shop over 3,000 pre-owned vehicles group-wide with models for every lifestyle and payments for every budget. Plus, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. The Cunis Trade-Up event is happening now. Get a $1,000 trade-in bonus. Any make, any model, any condition. For a limited time only. Find your nearest location at shopcunis.com.
Summer is when homebuyers come out in full force.
Which means standing out matters. The right pricing, preparation, and marketing strategy can make all of the difference.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Bailey Eichner. Our white glove service includes expert communication, local knowledge, and luxury level service at every price point.
Because every home and every client deserves to be treated with care.
Get started today by searching online Tony Wendorf.
Tony Wendorf & Associates, driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Clutter piling up? Take a breath. Badgerland Junk is here to help. Based in Milwaukee, they make cleanouts simple, fast, and stress-free. From single item pickups to full estate cleanouts, their team does the heavy lifting so you don't have to. Homeowners and property managers, this is your solution. Furniture, appliances, yard debris, even commercial cleanouts. They do it all with clear upfront pricing and no hidden fees. Serving Milwaukee and the entire metro area, visit BadgerlandJunk.com. Badgerland Junk, your trusted cleanout experts.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
C-Cat. When I say your name before we go on, I've been trying to tell you for the last 3 segments. Let me tell you when I'm ready. But you just put me on. It's like, you're good, go.
Hey, we're learning on the fly here.
I know, it's
this
so
is live
funny.
radio. Go ahead.
I just would like you guys to leave one of those ear flaps open, so when I'm trying to get your attention, you hear me do that. That's all I'm
fair.
asking.
We're meeting the wonderful fans of ESPN Milwaukee. We're shaking hands
with us, kissing babies,
Yeah.
all the
CK,
stuff.
you're
just like, you're on. I'm like, wait, I wanted to talk to you about something we wanted to do here.
I don't want to get on CCAT too much here. As the producer of Scalzo and Brust, when you two were on remote, trying to communicate to you two was the worst thing. And I could hear you, and you were talking about nonsense. Nonsense. And it'd be like, this is really important. I need to make sure they hear this. And then you're like,
I had something important for him, and he just put me live.
And then you guys come back.
Get it off your chest.
And then the worst was you guys put your headsets on. You're like, oh, are we back? And it's been like 40 seconds.
And you're just steaming.
So I do have to say, being on the other side, I am being empathetic to CCAT. I got after him a little bit at the beginning, but we'll be better. We'll be better. I'll make sure to look at the phone and put the headphones on maybe a little earlier.
All right. Well, I'm looking for positives right now. It's Kyle and Brust with no Kyle. Josh DiMaggio in for him. In the era without Giannis Antetokounmpo, what's positive right now for you in your mind? Because Josh needs to be convinced. Now, let me tell you, Josh, I've been scouring through the answers on the Carbless Talking Text line and YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Nothing is jumping out.
Would you say they are convincing?
I would say they are factually correct, but they aren't very positive about where the team is going and what the outlook is.
So we could say you're coming more to my side.
No.
Okay.
I'm staying positive. Larry chimes in. Tickets should be cheaper. Ron, of course, Moneybags Ron, and positives. Another daughter of mine will get to experience really good seats at a much more frequent occurrence than she's accustomed to.
Affordability is great.
Her big sister lived through Larry Sanders and Michael Carter Williams.
I loved Larry Sanders.
The way he just walked out of basketball and said, you know what? I just like to go have recreational fun.
Yeah. Preach, brother.
He walked away for millions.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I had acquired millions to that degree, it'd be hard to get me to get up and go to work every day.
A lot of good seats. A lot of good seats are popping in here.
More wedding proposals at Bucks games. Something positive to put on the Jumbotron from Dr. Denver Dan.
Rob chimes in. He says, you guys covered the most of it. What do you mean you guys? Me. Josh didn't cover anything. Fresh start, no doc. I'm actually looking forward to the season. Wow, that's interesting. P.S. Josh, great to hear you. Don't get to hear you as much in the morning.
Positive, we get to watch Prime Kuzma for cheap.
No more divas on the roster. Marcus in the 920.
The guy we just mentioned, after his tweet of what other 6'9" wing that can defend all 5 positions is just a throw-in a trade. And it's brother. Yeah, I understand to be an athlete you got to have the utmost confidence, but now's not the time for this.
Yeah, so I'm order Josh a poo-poo platter. That's on the way. Dan from Burlington, please have Joshy stop laughing. Seriously.
Sorry, Dan.
I felt like Dan deserved to have his voice heard.
Hey, Dan, pound sand.
Bango POG, I don't know what that means, player of the game.
Yep.
Is Bango going to be the player of the game?
I don't know.
Again, I'm looking for positives, so I'm doing everything I can right now.
What I've learned is
the positives have nothing to do.
You didn't believe your positives. And the audience has provided their positives, which aren't all that positive, and we're sort of stuck here
in trying to be positive.
The positive that I have is we are approaching territory that we're not so familiar with. We are going to watch, and you may take this as a negative, I don't, expectationless basketball. We get to watch young guys grow.
That was on the YouTube chat.
Well, shout out to them.
Captain Matty Ice said that.
Maybe I took it as not so positive, and I'm just trying to talk myself into it as we speak.
Sure.
As you can see, though, right now it doesn't feel great. I do believe it will feel good again. When that again is,
I was going to say you got to put a number on that.
I think once we get the full details of this trade, and maybe some of the pieces that get moved here following the trade completion, I think then we can start having a different conversation. I still feel up in the air with what's going to happen with Tyler Hero. The Detroit Pistons made room for somebody or something. Is that going to be well, we saw LaMelo Ball traded. He's not there. So what are their options going to be? Seems like it might fit a Tyler Hero who we know they covet.
It's too bad Kyle Kuzma is going to get you nothing.
Well, he can defend all 5 positions. He's an extra piece. That's like a first-round pick, right?
Above 50% field goal shooter.
Yes.
Now, a lot of conversation has shifted here.
Uh-oh.
It's not about the Bucks anymore.
It's
about Josh's laugh.
No.
Do you like Josh's laugh? 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line. Austin chimes in. I love Josh's laugh. I would love to make Josh's laugh my ringtone.
I support
Dave
that.
from Aaron, keep laughing, Joshy, and don't ever stop. Justin, the 414. This show just got better with Joshy on today, laughing his butt off.
Thank you.
Josh laughs like Dirty D. Wow, he just got compared to Dirty Diana.
I feel like I know Dirty Diana like I know my own mother. I hear her so often. She seems to call around the same time. I'm always in the car, and I never know what's going to happen in that conversation. I think that's why she keeps coming back.
I don't either, but I do know whenever Mark in New Berlin calls the Carbos Talking text line.
My guy.
He doesn't answer any questions. He just talks.
Happy Thursday.
Mark, come on.
Mark.
You're a veteran.
Mike. Oh.
Mike in New Berlin.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, hey. Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm Mike in New Berlin. Sorry.
Hi, Mike.
I've been coaching for like 30 years, and I'm ecstatic to not watch Doc try to be worse than Jason Kidd and apparently the competition they were having for who could do less with the team. But
believe it or not, Doc did less.
Anger. Yeah, I'm past the anger part. Like, we have enough 30-plus-year-olds. Turner and Kuzma are the only two left. Everybody else is in their 20s. You don't win in the NBA with an older team, as we found out with Middleton breaking down, Lopez breaking down. We should never have gotten that Lillard trade done, but giving up pieces instead of paying Holiday $20 million less and keeping him. We're past A.J. Johnson. We're past Marjan Beauchamp. We're past D.J. Wilson, Stan Maker, Rashad Vaughn, Larry Sanders, Go Alexander, Ejan Lynn, Marcus Hayslip, Jason Collier, Danny Fortson. Like, we've been so bad at trying to add pieces to this team. There's no reason not to start over. We have 6 new players. They're a young athletic group. We'll find out if the 2 new rookies. I wish.
Now, Mike, quick comment for you. I hate to do this, but do you know there's a possibility that everyone that's on the team right now might be grouped into a conversation the same way you just threw names into the conversation right now of like, can you believe we had Jaime Jaquez and we drafted Nate Amet and Braden Berries? Like, there's no true pathway right now. We're gonna have to figure it out, but doesn't mean it's gonna work. I will admit though, what you said to the start is the most exciting part for me is no Doc Rivers. You have an inspired head coach in Taylor Jenkins to try and build something with, as you mentioned, guys that are in their 20s. And
I'm so on board with the no Doc.
That is I think the biggest positive, and you hit on it there, Mike. No Doc, and somebody who seems to care and want to prove himself and is not looking forward to playing golf and going to Grandparents'
Wouldn't it be
Day.
so awesome to get paid that much money and just visibly not care and everyone know you not care and then just get another season of it?
And then go to the Hall of Fame after arguably just like showing up.
Yeah. I never understood the Doc animosity that you heard a lot of the players talk about because I'm not following Doc in his previous stops that closely. But hearing from the inside what was going on, it goes, oh, yeah, I get it. That does not seem like a guy I'd want to be around.
No, none of the players seem to like him from top down. Now, let's go to Dirty Diana. Diana There she is.
Okay, Ben, you let me finish saying what I need to say before you hang up on me like you rudely always do. First of all, how do you know what I sound like laughing? You just said I sound like Jaji when I laugh.
I didn't say that. A texter said that.
You've never heard me laugh.
That's right. You're very angry.
And the things that you were talking about, 2 of your positives about no family reunions and no Greek food, is that a knock on Giannis?
I'm not saying these things. These are fans and their jokes. Come on, Dirty D.
We got a listening problem happening right now, and I'm trying to be supportive. I'm a big fan of yours.
But you're making it hard. You know what? We're live from...
Uh-oh.
No.
Come on!
No, you came at her, not me.
Oh, okay.
Benjamin? Let me finish.
You're not done?
I actually have 2 positives. One, Doc is gone, and the other one is I'm going to save a lot of money on buying jerseys because I will never, ever buy another Bucks jersey with anybody else's name on it.
That's not a positive. That means they're going to stink and you're not going to want to get enticed to buy anyone's jersey. Bad positive. Thank you, Dirty D.
I also don't see the Antetokounmpo jerseys selling for deep discounts. Like, he's a franchise legend.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's be honest.
Are Aaron Rodgers jerseys...
People still wear them.
Right, and are they selling them at deep discounts? I don't think so.
I don't think they sell them anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I mean... I don't even see him in, like, the Packers Pro Shop. You got the current players.
I guess I don't play. I go there very often.
One thing that is a positive is you have a wonderful place to go visit in the summer in Road America, conveniently located between Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Madison in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. You can camp on site. You can bring the family because kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. You have racing the way you love to watch it, which is hillside views, open areas. You can bring your own drinks in. You can do whatever you want, essentially. It's amazing. Trans Am is up next this weekend, so get your tickets at roadamerica.com, and it's roadamerica.com. Now, C-Cat has had a rough day. He's producing the show with Ben Brust and Josh DiMaggio today. Josh in for Kyle. We're doing over-under, and I have I was going to say faith. I have no faith. C-Cat turned to me today. He goes, I've never heard over-under. Never. So I explained it to him next to him at my desk for like 2 minutes. So caller 10 and caller 12. C-Cat's going to answer, and he's going to ask you, do you want to pick over or under based off the category that he selected, which I don't even know if he knows what he's doing. So good luck, caller 12 and caller 10. Caller 10, you get the choice of believing in Josh and I or saying if you don't believe in us. Caller 12, you're just stuck on the other side. So we need some brave souls because I don't trust C-Cat right now, but we'll get there. 800-990-3776 is the number. Caller 10, caller 12 to play over under. Somebody's winning no matter what. You might both win if this sucks so bad. 800-990-3776. Probably can't. ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Check it out.
Please refer to the rules and don't listen to Ben Brust.
Don't listen to me. Caller 10, caller 12.
C-Cat,
over under.
All I have to say is A or an F. Be an A or an F.
Yep. So don't middle it. Either suck or be great. Over under 800-990-3776 next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust
If you suck, I'm going to say you suck.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Maybe your summer sounds like country. Maybe it sounds like rock. Maybe it sounds like pop or hip hop. However your summer sounds, you'll find it at Summerfest. With hundreds of artists, great food, lakefront views, and unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone. Summerfest, Milwaukee's World Festival. 3 weekends, one incredible summer tradition. Get tickets and see the lineup at summerfest.com. That's summerfest.com.
Your grill just got an upgrade, and it's right down the road.
Burn Pit BBQ is now available at Walmart.
That means no waiting, no guessing. Just grab it, fire up the grill, and get to work.
We're talking premium rubs, sauces, and seasonings made for real flavor and real results.
Every single time you cook.
Whether it's a quick weeknight dinner or a full weekend cookout with friends and family, Burn Pit BBQ helps you bring bold, consistent flavor to every bite.
Head to your local Walmart and find Burn Pit BBQ today, right in your neighborhood.
Because better BBQ should be easy to get and even easier to enjoy.
Ewald Automotive Group is celebrating America's 250th birthday with as little as $250 down or $250 a month. Ewald makes it easy to drive the new or used vehicle to fit your lifestyle. Celebrate America's 250th with Ewald Automotive. $250 down or $250 a month. Available on over 1,500 vehicles at every Ewald dealership location.
Select models with approved credit, tax, title, license, registration, and 479 dealer fees extra. See dealer for details. Expire 7/5/26.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Homer here. I've been on this journey since January and have already lost 27 pounds and on my way to at least 30. What I love most is how safe and easy this program has been. No complicated plans, just real results that fit into everyday life. If you've been looking for a weight loss program that really works, this is it. For a limited time, get $200 off with our summer special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Summer is the time to enjoy the outside. Enjoy the deck, the patio, the fire pit, the shade, the screen room, the in-ground pool. Enjoy all of it in your own backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's top TimberTech decking installer and can deliver a design and build your next maintenance-free deck with a custom screen room and automated pergola. Stop by our Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Feels like the world is a little broken lately. Maybe all we need is a fix. Most spirits are acidic. Fix Vodka is different. Fix Vodka is the world's first high-alkaline, acid-free vodka. Handcrafted with natural spring water and select grain. Clean, smooth, done right. Better water, better vodka. Get your local Fix.
Fix Vodka.
Enjoy responsibly.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
What happened to the conversation we just had about
Ben,
hey,
C-Cat, I'm gonna give you a little tip here. Before we come back, Ben would like you to say, "Are you ready?" But then he can say yes, and then you turn us on. You're probably accustomed to most of your hosts just being ready to go, but I have trained a negative inside of Ben, where I ask every time.
every
before I put
time.
them on.
All I know
Yes.
is every time someone's
Yes.
gonna ask, and so you say go. I'm like, what? We're
Yes,
live.
it throws them
We're doing
off.
it live.
Yes, it throws them off. So that's a helpful hint, and that's a little behind-the-scenes radio for everybody in the audience.
Ben Brust, Josh DiMaggio, who's in for Kyle Wallace. He's getting married on Saturday. We'll be there supporting him. Can't wait to see Groomzilla in action and hopefully enjoying the day. It's time now to play a little over-under.
Okay.
So I
All right,
have
so-
in front of me the Forbes list of the most
Bring down the
valuable.
music a little bit.
Yeah, I
for
was
me.
going to yell at you. Music is blaring.
Sorry,
Okay,
sounded good on
we're
my
good.
end. We have the Forbes list of the most valuable NBA teams. And conventionally, someone would ask you 1 through 10, but that's not what we're doing today. We're
Oh,
going
no.
to the opposite side of the list.
Oh, no.
And I want you to give me the 10 least valuable NBA franchises. And this is according to Forbes as of January 8th, 2026.
Okay, do you know we get 3 minutes?
Oh, yeah, I've got the button right here.
You got the timer ready?
I'm
All right.
so ready. On your marks. And who's the final answer person?
There you go. Good job.
Now we're talking.
I will be.
You have to be.
Yeah.
Okay. On your marks. Get set. Away we go.
All right. Instantly, I thought of the Kings, the whole.
The least valuable team in NBA as of January 2026.
Utah Jazz have to be.
Utah final.
That is correct. They are the 24th most valuable team in the NBA.
So the Wizards scare me from an area standpoint.
Yep.
I know they're a bad team, but think small. Just think small market.
Yeah.
The Bucks could be on this list.
They could be. Do we say the Hornets?
Why are you so down on the Hornets?
Just
Hornets final.
That's correct. The Hornets are 26 on that list.
All right, so we're 4 or 5, but we got to get going here.
Uh-huh.
Start naming teams.
I think the Wizards are going to be on the list.
What about the Pacers? No Indy. So Wizards, Pacers.
I think both those teams are great guesses.
Detroit's big. I feel like we're missing.
What
about Portland?
Oh, yes. Great one.
Portland final.
I listed like 8. I felt like I was on fire. I didn't have a pen. That hurt.
The Kings were an early guess. The
Kings are one of the most lost.
Just because they're lost doesn't
also,
mean
we
the valuation.
we got 2 wrong, so we wouldn't have been able to get that last guess in anyways, because the one we got wrong.
No, we had 3 guesses to get 2 right.
Oh.
I'm mad at you.
Quickly, the bottom 10 valuations in the NBA as of this year. You have the Grizzlies at the bottom. Then it's the Pelicans, Timberwolves, Pistons, Hornets,
Timberwolves,
Magic,
is what we left off.
Jazz, Pacers, Blazers, and then it is regretfully the Milwaukee Bucks.
I said Milwaukee. I'm mad. Not at Josh. I'm going to take some ownership.
Put in the chat whose fault it was, so that feels like more your fault than mine.
No way.
Yeah, big
No
time.
way.
Yeah, I thought I had a lot of good ideas.
In 2 minutes, there's a certified hater that writes for ESPN.com. Certified. He is a hack. Bill Barnwell.
Billy
He hates the Packers. I'll tell you why in 2 minutes.
Hi, we're the Woodmans. I'm Clint.
I'm Phil, saving you big time money on hot dogs.
16-ounce Oscar Mayer wieners, 2 for $5. or 12-ounce Bar S. Franks, 99 cents.
High Caramba Ha prices on hot dogs.
Select Oscar Mayer, 2 for $5, and select Bar S, 99 cents.
Enjoy dogs all summer long at these everyday low prices.
Better products, better prices, better service, because we're employee-owned.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Zocalo Milwaukee, Social House Menominee Falls, Nomad World Pub Milwaukee, and Three Lions Shorewood. Michelob Ultra, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
I can't raise my arms, I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. And that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. Not bracing for the next jolt of pain, it's gone. They've moved on back to living their lives. You've heard me talk about Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery, the pain's back off. And we love hearing from you, how we here at ESPN Milwaukee helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. Go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Get rid of that pain starting now. The consultation's totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Weekend appointments are available. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. With Kyle Wallace, here's Ben Brust.
Good job, C-Cat. We're back.
Flawless.
And he's starting to get it. Live from Summerfest, it's Kyle and Brust. Without the Kyle, Josh DiMaggio from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Mornings 94.5 ESPN is in for Joshy. My guy Bill in Delavan. Josh's laugh in the Scalzo and Brust days is what hooked me into listening to ESPN Wisconsin.
Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate that.
And Bill is a wonderful human being who battled with cancer, shared his journey with us, and is kicking that ass.
Yeah, Bill. Congrats. Glad
you
won.
Guy Bill here across ESPN Wisconsin.
And I'm glad you stuck around.
800 for...
I meant for the show.
Show?
Yes.
I mean, Jesus, Josh.
I meant not just to Scalzo and Brust, to all the shows.
I was talking about life. Cancer, sticking around.
I said, good job on that. Happy you're still around. And then happy you're still around and listening to our programs here.
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Liz is more. Have your opinions ready for Bill Barnwell.
Billy B.
Billy Barnwell. And speaking of Scalzo and Brust, for those who don't know, Greg Scalzo is now vice president of our company and manages the Milwaukee market. I did a show with him for 6 years that Josh DiMaggio produced. Mm-hmm. So just a little context there. Josh and I go way back. We don't need to get on him, get on the story of, well, maybe we'll later, and how he feels about me not having him to our wedding. That's not for now. But just wanted to make sure.
Well-trodden territory.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll stumble into it, of course. But going back to that, we always talked about Bill Barnwell.
Yes.
If Bill Barnwell wrote an article on ESPN.com, it felt like a hit piece on the Green Bay Packers.
It has felt like he's had an anti-Packers crusade for what feels like the better part of a decade.
So he put out an article on ESPN.com on all of your position players. Today, as I do every year, I will try to answer that question by stacking offensive playmakers from number 32 to number 1. Keep in mind, this is not a ranking of NFL offenses, as he puts his qualifiers in there. It is the playmakers. So as you look at the playmakers, Joshy, where would Josh DiMaggio have the Packers in terms of playmakers on the roster on the offensive side of the ball?
I think there is enough to be optimistic. I certainly have them in the top half of the league.
I got them 8 to 12.
Yes, I would. If I were to pick a spot, I'm like 12, 11, 12, 13 would be where I landed. Just because even though I'm really high on people like Christian Watson and Tucker Kraft, I realize there isn't a whole lot of proven there. There's flashes and signs, but there's a lot of inconsistency. There's a lot of injury. Josh Jacobs is certainly a star, but there's uncertainty as he ages. I think Matthew Golden's wildly unproven, and Jaden Reed, when he's on the field and he's utilized, has been great. But up until this point, the Packers have viewed him as a slot-only guy who plays about a third of the time on the field. So all that put together and projecting into this year, I think a 12 would be a fair ranking.
I know it's not fair. It's not fair from Bill Barnwell when you start an article, when you put the Packers 17th in playmakers on the offensive side of the football. 2025 ranked 17.
Yep.
2026 ranked 17.
Yep.
He starts his description of why with, "I swear this isn't a running joke." No, Bill, it is. Just be honest with me. I need Bill on the show, C-Cat. I need Bill. I think we can have an honest conversation about this, me and Billy. We need to talk this through.
I would start by not calling him Billy. I don't think people call him that.
I'm not calling him Billy then. Right now I'm calling him Billy Barnwell.
Billy B.
If there's any group of playmakers that settle right around average on an annual basis, it's the young talent in Green Bay. So often it's the injuries that drags the players down. I think some of this stuff is fair. But ultimately, he utilizes injuries as why the chances of this happening, of them being 17th, is why he has them 17th. And, that's just – I understand there's a history there, but, you have to take into account that this is the first time the Packers have chosen specific players that they want to invest in, which – we can get into Tucker Kraft, which we will at some point, because there's been contracts handed out to tight ends recently that are changing the market. Well, we think Tucker Kraft can reset that market at the top. But Tucker Kraft was playing at an all-pro level. Him and Trey McBride would have been the two all-pros at tight end.
Yeah.
They would have been. He was playing at that level. Again, I understand the injury, but he's the type of guy, if there's someone that you think of that's a crazy psycho that will rehab like crazy to make sure he's even feeling better than he was pre-ACL, Tucker Kraft's that type of crazy screw loose type of tight end that you love to have. Christian Watson was the best he was as a Green Bay Packer last year.
Yes,
for 10 games
when he returned.
And it is the most shocking thing that I could have seen, because I didn't think he of all people would have trusted that knee enough with all of his previous injuries to have been the productive player he was. Jaden Reed led the team in receptions and receiving yards his first 2 seasons before getting hurt on a great touchdown pass that was called back from a hold. Matthew Golden showed you in one play against the Bears in the fourth quarter, catching the ball at the line of scrimmage, his playmaking ability. You mentioned Josh Jacobs. Sure, maybe he isn't what he once was when he led the NFL in rushing with the Raiders, but he's a capable back that gets you good production in the red zone. The biggest question mark about all this, to me, isn't injuries. It's the offensive line.
Yeah.
Can the offensive line do their job for Jordan Love to get the ball to playmakers that have shown in spots they can be what they need to be?
Yeah, as it pertains to the skill players, I understand the uncertainty and the injuries that have sort of marred the history. It also felt kind of like a clown car of wide receivers through many points of the season, some be it to injury, some be it just to the head coach deciding who plays where and how often. I think the Packers have gone through a addition by subtraction where they've kind of nailed down roles for each and every guy in their position. And to me, the analysis of, there's injury risks here really isn't analysis at all. Tucker Kraft...
It's almost like he's hoping for it.
Right. Tucker Kraft tore his ACL by Sean Ryan falling into the back inside of his knee. Christian Watson had lingering issues and then tore his ACL, which we found out he went to a lab and they studied him. And they're like, there's imbalances that were causing injuries. I expect there to be a rebound in health and for it to be, everyone's going to get dinged up. It's the nature of football. But I don't think the Packers are going to just forever be this team where we look around.
Severity everywhere.
Right, where we look around and go, wow, I wish they stayed healthy. What could they have really done? I expect Tucker Kraft to hit the ground running pretty steadily here. And I think Matthew Golden, I understand why you can't or you would have a hard time watching Matthew Golden and figuring out what he exactly is. Because if you watch the playoffs in that Bears game, you go, wow, they really got something here. You watch week 1 through 17, and you start going, oh, what is this? Is this guy getting open? Is he not running the right routes? I expect that to change. Just imagine Romeo Doubs, but faster and can make people miss.
Matthew Golden. Let's see what Jason Wilde thinks. He's going to join us on the England guest line next. Where would he have the playmakers ranked of all 32 teams in the NFL? He's joining us next as we're live from Summerfest.
You're experiencing Kyle and Brust.
Roughishly.
What two words did he combine? He wanted to combine partially with rough.
Yeah, roughishly.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
On northbound, right about at the ramp from 145 on Black Avenue, the right lane is closed because of a broken down vehicle. So we are definitely seeing delays in that area. The southbound side just very heavy from Ganope Road down towards Capitol Drive. And then northbound is also backed up from Mayfair Road up to Silver Spring. Westbound 94, you're slowing down from 35th Street all the way to about Holly Road. Eastbound, you got delays from 76th Street all the way to 35th. And patchy delays on southbound 43 from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette. Back to college season starts at IKEA. Shop smart storage, bedding, furniture, and more. Verified college students save 15% with IKEA Family. Stop in today at IKEA Oak Creek or visit us online at ikea.us. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Some clearing with a low of 55. Tomorrow mostly cloudy and mostly sunny. Showers likely staying to the south, a high of 69. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Laziga on 94.5 ESPN.
The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
That's why I said the toughest part to me for the Packers is that the division is, I think, better than it's been.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
So the issue is, and I'm working on the T-shirt right now, this season is very simple.
This guy.
Got to win the damn division.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Meet Jim and Rita.
We went on a motorcycle trip.
But somewhere in Wyoming, Jim and Rita were in a serious accident.
They blocked off the interstate and everything and took us to the hospital.
Sometime later, Rita made a discovery.
She had noticed that the bracelet was gone. And I asked the trooper, is there a chance we can go out there and see if it's still there?
And amazingly,
he found a couple of pieces.
It was only 2 tiny links of the bracelet.
Jim was determined to buy Rita another bracelet from Kessler's.
And I had my checkbook in my hand.
But when he arrived there,
and I said, okay, how much? And she says, that's part of our warranty.
Jim and Rita discovered the Kessler's miraculous, no small print warranty.
It's just amazing that you guys do this.
And it's true.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple.
It surely is miraculous.
Read the Kessler's miraculous, no small print warranty yourself at Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
Enjoy Ozaukee County's premier golf destination, The Bog in Saukville. Featuring 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer, The Bog offers a golf experience unlike any other for all skill levels. But The Bog is more than just golf. It's the perfect setting for corporate events, weddings, and group outings. Our team brings every detail to life. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, then enjoy a bite to eat in our restaurant or out on our new patio bar overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy The Bog.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at ikea.us or the IKEA app.
Milwaukee Weight Loss knows the secret to losing up to a pound of fat every day with no drugs or surgery, and they'll show you how to keep it off for good. Get your confidence and your health back right now. $200 off the summer special for limited time only. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to book your free consultation. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I would certainly hope that they would if I'm a Packers fan.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Believe me, I have tried to get some information on that.
Holding everybody accountable.
We felt that way last year.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle and Brust.
Live from Summerfest, it's Kyle and Brust. No Kyle Wallace. Josh DiMaggio of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Mornings 94.5. ESPN is in for Kyle. And joining us on the Yingling guest hotline is Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tausch. What's going on, Jason?
Not much, guys. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Jason, do you believe that Tucker Kraft will reset the market and be the top paid tight end if he gets extended by the Green Bay Packers?
I do believe that, yes. Do you?
I believe so as well, too.
I believe so, too, and I think it's not going to be just, $500,000, $1 million more. I think he's truly resetting the market into the 22-23 range, especially after Brenton Strange got $16 million per year.
Yeah, as I tried to tell you, Joshy, during Jen, Gabe, and Chewy's, but for some reason you kept hanging up on me.
Yeah.
I was not. I wasn't really familiar with Dr. Strange's game, but I am very familiar with Tucker's. And again, I think, I noticed that after I said this, I don't know if it was to you and Kyle, Ben, or on one of our other shows, but the aggregating industrial complex made a big deal about Packers Insider, which I don't like to be called, saying that he was gonna be the highest paid tight end. Like that was some sort of like extravagant thing to say. Like it was. I was surprised when I Googled that because I was trying to find a story I had written about Tucker. Look, right now it's $19 million per year for Trey Lance. Why do I always call him that?
Trey McBride.
Yes, and George Kittle, and I just, I think if it's $21 million a year, to me, what matters most is how much of the money is guaranteed, and especially in Tucker Kraft's case, if you look at the contract that Christian Watson got, the amount of guaranteed money in that is ridiculously low. So if I'm negotiating on Tucker's behalf, I want as much guaranteed money as I can get. And I'm sure every agent wants that, but the Packers are always trying to minimize that. And so I would certainly think that in Tucker's case, the goal is not just to be the highest paid tight end in terms of average per year, it's also to be the highest paid tight end in terms of guaranteed money that he knows he's going to get.
Well, what's interesting about that, too, is his position of coming off injury. Like, how much of the Packers use that to be like, hey, we can't guarantee you as much.
I think even if you try that, Tucker looks at them and gives them a side eye and says, "You see how hard I work." That's all everyone talks about when it comes to Tucker Kraft, right, Jason? And CCAP breaks
and how he got hurt, right? Like, let's not forget that. Like, this was not a non-contact injury. Like, he got injured when one of his teammates plowed into his knee. Like, I understand the injury is the injury, but there is a difference. And with Christian Watson, with the other injuries he's had, some Packers fans are very concerned that they committed the way they did to him because they think he's going to get hurt. I certainly hope that's not the case. But Tucker Kraft doesn't really have a history of having various injuries and non-contact injuries. I mean, you're talking about a guy who does a kip-up to jump to his feet off the turf in Detroit to rub it in the Lions' faces after they put a walloping hit on him. So I just don't see him as a guy that should settle for less guaranteed money because he's coming off an ACL.
Jason Wilde joining us on the Yingling guest line on Kyle and Brust. Jason, Bill Barnwell wrote an article that had the Packers as the 17th ranked in the NFL amongst all of their playmakers, running back, skill players. He said playmakers in the article.
That's true.
Do you think that's fair?
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't know enough about the depth charts of some of the teams that I'm sure he ranked ahead of them. Look, we're all looking for stories to write this time of year. Lists are always a good idea. I'm sure people will be eagerly awaiting in the first week of July.
But Jason, what if I said this? What if I said this to you to make it easier? He had them 17th heading into the season last year. So do you think they'll be better or worse than last year as a playmaker group?
Yeah, I think they're going to be better. I mean, I like their group. Like, I think they'd be better if they had Wicks still on their roster. But they got two draft picks for him. Like, I think that was a pretty good deal by them, and I'm a Wicks guy. But, like, again, this all comes down to whether they're healthy. If it's Kraft, Watson, Reed, Golden, and Josh Jacobs, I feel really good about that group. Is that a top 10 group? I don't know. But I am eager to see what kind of – because, look, I don't want to speak for Bill Barnwell, but when you're putting that list together, you're probably looking at it as, okay, none of these guys has had a 1,000-yard season as a receiver. Like, how high can I really rank them? And because of the dynamic of their passing game, no one was going to be a 1,000-yard receiver other than Tucker Kraft before he blows out his knee. So I think they've got a really good group. I'm eager to see what it looks like when guys have defined roles and are all on the field and targeted more often than they were previously when they were spreading it around. But I don't blame him for putting them middle of the pack because based on the evidence that Bill Barnwell has to work with, probably right.
Jason, am I crazy to be excited about Marshawn Lloyd and the seeming momentum change as he was able to complete mini camp and mandatory camp healthy?
Yes, you're crazy. I mean, only because what he has to, he's taken part in the off-season program before. There's been limitations, but like he's got to get through training camp, right? Like, he got hurt in a preseason game a couple of years ago, and I think Denver. Then he gets hurt in the preseason last year. I mean, he's played one game out of a possible 36. But what you're not crazy to like is the siren song of his potential. The problem is that's all we have to go on right now. I always use this line from my old days going to Lutheran grade school and high school. Faith is the belief in things unseen. And as of now, you only have faith in Marshawn Lloyd. We would like to see more proof of what he's capable of. So, yeah, we can call him a yeet cannon, and we can call him a little rocket in the backfield, but he's got to play in more games than one before we can get our hopes up. So, and you should know better.
Are those some of your favorite nicknames from camp?
Better or worse than Bird?
Better than Bird. I mean, I think the reason why I like Jaden Reed being called Bird because it started out as Jay Bird, which Jesse and Tausch tried to make my nickname, which thankfully did not stick. And then they shortened it to Bird, and I thought, okay, that just sounds cooler than Jay Bird. So I think that's why I liked it.
Jason Wilde joining us here live from Summerfest on the Yingling guest hotline. Jason, I want to see if you can do this because we struggled, and it's not a Packers question. If you were to tell Bucs fans what they should be positive about moving forward, what would you say?
Taylor Jenkins.
That's a good answer.
I think he's a good coach, and what a nice butt he's got since I had it in my face for that entire game where we were sitting courtside. There's a great pic, like when the Bucs hired him. There's a picture of Sydney and I sitting in David Gruber's seats. The only time I've done that, and I love David. He's a great friend. He was so generous to let us do that, but I don't ever want to do that. I was so stressed out. Like, you're not supposed to get up it's totally counterintuitive. Like, I got yelled at for getting up during a timeout to go to get a snack. He's like, no, you got to get up while the game's going on. What? I'm supposed to get up while the game. I'm on the court if I try to walk through. So it was super stressful. I love David. He has been so good to me and my family, and him and Nancy and their entire family has been so wonderful to me that I am incredibly grateful. I just don't ever
incredibly grateful to have anxiety running down the court when the ball's on the floor.
Get up during the game.
And so, yeah, it's unbelievable. And the fact that we were on the side where Memphis's bench was, and he was the coach at the time. I mean, the picture that they ran in the Journal-Sentinel when they hired him, Cindy and I are right there, right behind his butt. It's amazing. But I do think, all kidding aside, and certainly people that know way more NBA than I do tell me that he is a really good coach. And just because he couldn't figure out how to make John Morant happy doesn't mean he's not a good coach. So that would be where I would start. And then look, I don't know how progress will be measured, but from experience with that 2023 team, the Packers 2023 team, of them struggling early and then kind of coming through on the other side of that adversity and playing some really good football, there is something refreshing and fun about a bunch of young guys figuring it out and then having success. And I'm eager for the Bucks to have that. I'm hopeful that they will.
Well, we are all going to see if they can do that without a Jordan Love on their team. Jason, we appreciate the time.
All right, guys, take care. Be good.
It's Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across.
I think he did a great job of spreading positivity. It's the
He
most
did-
convinced
he did
I've
better
been.
than the Carbless Talking Text line, than YouTube,
Yep.
than
me,
us,
than you.
You're better than me, and I was supposed to be like Benny Positive.
Right, you were pushing positivity.
And I love positivity when it comes to spreading the word about something that is a 2-week BOGO that's going on. 2-week BOGO.
I love a BOGO, Benny.
Screamin' Sicilian at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Stock up on Screamin' Sicilian Originals. I was on a meeting today, and someone goes, Is the hog one really your favorite? Yeah, the boss hog. Hog Fridays, man. Hog Fridays at the Brust household for Frozen Pizza Friday. Hog Friday slaps, Josh. It slaps.
I'm not laughing at how much it slaps because I agree. I'm a longtime fan of Palermo's Boss Hog, the Mumbo,
Italiano, yeah.
But Hog Friday is a funny phrase.
I love Hog Friday because I also get a thin and crispy in a tavern style because my daughter can't handle the OG screaming just yet as she's growing up, and got to make sure it's a little bit more chewable. She'll get there.
There's something for everyone.
That's the Palermo's way. So 2 pieces for the price of 1. Get this BOGO through the 30th at Pick and Save and Metro Market. That's BOGO, Pick and Save Metro Market through the 30th. Live from Summerfest, it is Kyle and Brust with Josh DiMaggio in for Kyle Wallace. We continue with you next. Do not go anywhere.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust
I was raised by Mama Wallace, and Mama Wallace said this is absolutely unacceptable.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
41 northbound, right about at the ramp from 145 Fond du Lac Avenue. The right lane is closed because of a broken down vehicle. So we are definitely seeing delays in that area. The southbound side just very heavy from Ganope Road down towards Capitol Drive. And then northbound is also backed up from Mayfair Road up to Silver Spring. Westbound 94, you're slowing down from 35th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Eastbound, you've got delays from 76th Street all the way to 35th. And patchy delays on southbound 43 from Capitol Drive all the way down through to Marquette. Back to college season starts at IKEA. Shop smart storage, bedding, furniture, and more. Verified college students save 15% with IKEA Family. Stop in today at IKEA Oak Creek or visit us online at ikea.us. And checking the GMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Some clearing with a low of 55. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and mostly sunny. Showers likely staying to the south, a high of 69. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Laziga on 94.5 ESPN.
Brewers Cubs action on a weekend? Yeah, you're going to want to see this. Be here Friday, June 26th through Sunday, June 28th for the first matchup between the Brewers and Cubs at American Family Field of 2026. You know what happened last time, and it's time to defend home field once again. One thing's for sure, big moments are bound to happen. Score your seat for another chapter in the Brewers-Cubs rivalry now at Brewers.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
And I get the up and down drama at Kansas with Bill Self and Willie won't he play and coach's decision versus player decision, questions about the people that are around him. What is undeniable, what is unquestionable is his talent. This dude is the best shot maker in this class. The creativity that he has, the ability to pass, dribble, shoot, defend, it's elite level. Like, I know people don't want to go to the place of evoking the late, great Kobe Bryant, but it's going that way in terms of the talent, the style of play upon entry into the NBA. And so, yeah, I love Darren Peterson pairing him with Keontae George out there in Utah. They did a little bit of pre-agency trading for Jaren Jackson Jr. at the trade deadline during last season. You got Lauri Markkanen. We'll see what happens with Walker Kessler, but I like what the Utah Jazz are putting together. It's going to go up from here in terms of the talent base that's on that roster right now.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code BALANCE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code BALANCE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code BALANCE to borrow up to $10,000.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Yep. Thank you. There's nothing I love more than watching fun baseball. And the Brewers, although it maybe wasn't the most fun watching them strand runners in scoring position, they did sweep.
Winning is always fun. And when you've won as much as the Brewers, I can't get super nitpicky at this point of the season.
Correct. You just find ways to win.
Get W.
Now, this from Jesse Rogers of ESPN. This was at 1:30 today. Breaking. In its next CBA, the league is proposing a max contract length of 5 years for free agent players switching teams.
Okay.
6 years to retain their own players. No deferred contracts. Qualifying offer is gone. Also 5 years of free agency for players 30 or older. To me, this screams, how can we just continue to get farther and further apart from each other? And I hate it.
Yeah, I'm always...
And by the way, the response from the MLB Players Association is a too long, didn't read.
Yeah. I'm always pro-player in these negotiations. I know it's billionaires versus millionaires, and how much passion can you have on either side. But I do believe.
I thought you were a pro-billionaire guy.
Nope, not me. I do think, though, and what I don't like is contracts like the Shohei Ohtani contract, where he gets this massive number, but they do it in a fancy way where it doesn't put the constraints on a team like the Dodgers. Even though they have endless money, it would be harder to do all the things they've done this offseason
Absolutely.
if they were paying him what he's supposed to be paid on a yearly basis. They deferred all that money, stretched it out. They had to clean up that. The NHL did this for a long time. You'd see like 13-year contracts with all this money spread out, and then they cleaned that up because teams were manipulating the numbers to try and, help their cash flow. So,
because the payroll per year, it looks completely different if the money that you owe Shohei Ohtani is being paid this year. And do they actually go and just be like, yeah, sure, Kyle Tucker, even though he's having a bad year, come on in. Like, we're just going to – And maybe we defer some of your money, too. Are you good with that?
And, like, the contract length thing to me is a little interesting because, like, yeah, it helps the total number. And, sure, what the players are thinking is – if I'm in the backside of my career and I sign a 10-year contract, we all kind of know year 6, 7, 8.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm probably being paid for not doing all that much when a team – and if I hit free agency, it wouldn't work as well. But that's also part of the equation to, like, have teams become super teams, which is a thing I think we all want to avoid. I think we all have looked at the Dodgers, and then basically there's a big free agent, they sign them. I think we all realize that's not great. Now, from a player's perspective, they say, well, that's wonderful. If I'm that good, I get paid. And I know a team's going to pay me where the rest of these teams are pinching pennies.
Doesn't matter if people don't like that I'm not playing well in year 7, year 8, year 9 of my contract. I'm getting paid.
Yes. So that, to me, I think if you were to give up ground anywhere, those would be the places I would. Now, I understand in a negotiation you don't want to be eager to give up ground. But this all goes back to the fact that baseball is in as good of a spot as I can remember.
They can't mess. They're like
and
don't
to lose
the momentum.
Right, and this isn't just being
a Brewers fan that's seeing success.
Right, it's being the rule changes over the past few years that the MLB has made. Rob Manfred went from a laughingstock to like a guy we're all like, hey, he's kind of figured things out. He's got things going rather well here. And to lose that momentum and the way people are talking about baseball, not just in Milwaukee, and Milwaukee has done a great thing to help reinvigorate fans, but everyone, younger people care about baseball the way they didn't 5-6 years ago. And that's important. And if we all remembered what happened the last time there's work stoppages, everybody's interest wanes. Because if you're not on my TV and you're not present, I'm not going to think about you when you come back.
In today's world,
right.
Are you kidding? The way you can consume content just about anywhere you look, if you're not putting yourselves in a spot where you're seen, then you're on to the next thing, on to the next thing. And right now, all I love to do is watch the Brewers, and if the Brewers have an early game, I'm watching baseball at night.
Just turn it on.
Right now, there's not much going on. There is World Cup, but like again, that's every 4-year thing, and maybe you have interest, maybe you don't. But at this point, I also am curious, as these negotiations are happening, if the Dodgers don't win, right, and if the Yankees don't win, or the Phillies, or one of these
if the Brewers
win, what does that do for negotiations?
Yes.
Is it like, well, we don't need to change things because, look, our model is fine because now the Brewers won, and why would we change things? A small market was able to do this. Why do we need to stop deferring money and all that?
Yeah, I don't think what would have to happen there, though, is the players sort of give up ground. And people giving up ground in this negotiation, as it stands. Now, there's a lot of time left. There's a lot of the baseball season left. We haven't hit the All-Star break. There's a ton of time to get stuff done. But it just seems with the way everything's being positioned to this point, we're going to head into the offseason, and there's going to be these meetings, and everyone's going to bark at each other, and then we're going to, well, what did we accomplish? Well, virtually nothing. This isn't the NFLPA where you can tell them, hey, you get more off days, and you guys can smoke weed, and they go, oh, screw us financially. I don't care.
Yeah, they have the most control over the players do in baseball over how much money they're getting paid on these long deals that are guaranteed. So when things come out like this, I'm like,
the hard thing to do, and I don't necessarily think the Dodgers being able to spend more is as big of a problem if they didn't have the sweetheart deal that happened during the bankruptcy where they rush through a deal and they get to keep extra money than other teams do in the local revenue for TV deals. Because they didn't want to open up the books and expose what's going on, they gave basically the new ownership a sweetheart deal. If they didn't have that and the special ability to spend even more money than the high-ranking teams, we wouldn't be in this spot. Because I don't look at the Yankees or Mets and go, well, that's unfair. Those are beatable teams. The Mets stink.
They literally throw the baseball around like you're watching the Little League World Series.
Yes. It's just the Dodgers have it's two things. They can spend
Also-
all the money, and they're a well-run organization.
But even with all these conversations happening, it should bring you appreciation to how the Brewers have been able to be as successful as they've had.
They're asking us for Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars on 94.5 ESPN.
Now he's singing the Backstreet Boys.
Man, he's having a good day. And
He is.
You do have that at Summerfest, where God only knows when he got started.
Hey.
But like I was getting at here, the fact that they have won the NL Central 3 straight years, the way that their payroll is and the way that they scout and their farm system and the way they approach it, it should make you appreciate and not question this conversation we started with as well. They kind of struggled to hit the baseball, but they won 3 straight games, and they have had moments where, again, on Sunday they put 8 runs up in 1 inning against one of the best teams in baseball. I know it didn't end well on Friday and Saturday against the Braves, but who knows what the bats will look like against the Chicago Cubs? As right now they're like 7.5 games up in the NL Central on the Cardinals.
Yeah, and with the way the Cubs have gone and the way things are going, that's a team you can hit. You could get after, and a great way to get out of, hey, the offense hasn't looked so good, leaving runners in scoring position. Maybe it's just facing the Cubs.
Maybe it will be the Cubs and their broken arms, not literally broken, but they have a ton of pitching injuries, and so it doesn't matter. Nobody cares.
Nope.
Take advantage of it. Get some runs, get some momentum, and they already they have momentum. They've won 3 straight games, but get that extra confidence.
Win streak.
Yeah, but we got used
Talking
to
about Bergs.
We got used to 3 8-game win streaks, and then one that turned into 14 last year.
What the craziest part is, with all those win streaks and the consistent winning, it feels like this team's markedly better than last season.
They're 20 games above 500 right now. I think it was almost 10 days ago. Through 69 games last year, they were 36-33.
Yeah.
Think about that. That was 2 weeks ago, and they're 20 games above 500 right now, so do not apologize for ever winning baseball games, no matter how they look.
I have a vivid memory of towards the end of before they turned things around finally, you saying something's got to change here. It's probably a year ago, nearly to the day, but maybe a month ago, where you're because they had been shut out a bunch of times, they were winning a bunch of games, and it felt like from that day forward, they've just been the Brewers we now know.
It is. It 100% is. They and honestly,
because they looked pathetic,
and they refined what they did last year even more to become this more consistent baseball team in winning in all different ways. And a sign of a good team, in my opinion, in any sport is, can you win the games that are 7-5? Can you win the games that are 3-1? In basketball, can you win the games 120-110, but also win a grinder 100-95? If you can do that in any sport that you play, football, you win the high-scoring games. You can also win the tight, low-scoring games. Those are signs of great teams, and the Milwaukee Brewers are showing that right now. And a sign of a great team is a team that comes to your house for a real consultation and not haggling. You don't want a shop for windows and doors that has haggling. You don't want to have here, do this, do this. You want to have a conversation, because Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, and they help homeowners find the right fit for their home. Not just what they're selling. It's about what they sell fitting into what you want. And they don't use those high-pressure sales tactics. So when you buy through Pella, know that they manufacture the windows and doors, and they sell, install, and service them. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Go to PellaWI.com. Schedule your free in-home consultation today. PellaWI.com. More from Summerfest. Who knows who's going to come up to us next?
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Emperor Penguin. You'd be like, yes.
It looks like every other penguin.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Maybe your summer sounds like country. Maybe it sounds like rock. Maybe it sounds like pop or hip hop. However your summer sounds, you'll find it at Summerfest. With hundreds of artists, great food, lakefront views, and unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone. Summerfest, Milwaukee's World Festival. 3 weekends, one incredible summer tradition. Get tickets and see the lineup at summerfest.com. That's summerfest.com.
Get a $1,000 trade-in bonus. Any make, any model, any condition. You'll be surprised at how much you'll get for your trade at the Cunis Trade-Up event, happening now at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis dealerships in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. That's right. Any make, any model, any condition. Get a $1,000 trade-in bonus and take advantage of great new vehicle specials from Chevrolet, GMC, and Buick. Looking for value? Shop over 3,000 pre-owned vehicles group-wide with models for every lifestyle and payments for every budget. Plus, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. The Cunis Trade-Up event is happening now. Get a $1,000 trade-in bonus. Any make, any model, any condition. For a limited time only. Find your nearest location at shopcunis.com.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond.
Diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 of a carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. After your round, stop in the clubhouse for food and drinks. Call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live from Summerfest, it's Kyle and Brust. No Kyle, Josh DiMaggio in for Kyle. Josh is the producer of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Mornings, 94.5 ESPN. And it's wedding season. Kyle Wallace is getting married this Saturday. And for those who don't know, I told Josh DiMaggio in the weirdest way possible in the middle of a partner meeting that he was not invited to my wedding, which was really weird. And his mom.
You can hear in your tone and the fact that you're looking down at your sheet. You still haven't fully gotten over. You're stuck on it more than I am.
No, I know that, and that's what I want to talk about. Is I have come to a conclusion that I have also lost the relationship with your mother, who was amazing to me for 6 years.
Yeah,
and I pride myself on someone who can dig out of bad situations. I'm scared bleepless on a next step because no matter what I do, I feel like it won't be good enough.
I think you have the right impression. I think you're certainly harmed by you and I not working together as much as we used to. I think my mother's a pretty forgiving person, but we don't have the interface, and she doesn't have the third-party interface.
So she's not thinking about me anymore?
Not thinking about you.
Good.
But I will say there have been. It's been a while, but there's been a couple times where she has still shared that she's anti-Ben, which is fair.
Totally fair.
I've told.
So,
I want you to know.
Will she boycott listening to Kyle and Brust with Ben Brust and Josh DiMaggio because of me?
No, she would not do that. And I will be honest. I've said Ben and I are on great terms. It's not awkward. I don't harbor any animosity.
Which you should.
And she says, well, I do. And that's the end of the conversation, which I can't blame her. I'm her child. I do think had we be on a weekly show together, you would have made it up by now.
Or we would have had to have her
on the show for an intervention.
Intervention.
Yes.
Intervention was the word.
Yes. Yeah. If I knew a good path forward, I would have told you it because I know it irks you.
You saw me open up the
Yes.
segment, and I don't even know what I was writing. I was just looking down like a puppy dog that
And I also think it's fair that you are more bothered. You are more bothered by her not being a fan of you than you would if it was me. If I was still holding a grudge, you'd just be like, whatever, kind of got to deal with it. But knowing that my mom, who was great to you, sent you cash on your birthday.
Send me Venmos on my birthday.
Yep.
Get it, go get a drink, enjoy yourself. And I didn't have that much interaction with her.
She said, hey, he likes my boy, so I'm a fan of him. And then you let her down the biggest way.
I still like your boy. I want a do-over in life. I want to right my wrongs.
Short of getting married again and inviting the whole DiMaggio clan, I don't know. She gave your daughter a beautiful gift.
Stop.
So thoughtful.
I know. She's the best gifter. And I'm not doing this for the gifts. I swear to God.
No.
My camera froze, and I'll fix it. I'm sorry. I'm disheveled, C-Cat. Did you know that I did such thing?
C-Cat, before you answer here, I want to give you a little detail because we kind of just skipped to the end point. We were at a partner meeting. This was a partner we had met once prior. Yeah, once prior. It was the second time. A gentleman who approached me and shared interest in having
a partnership
with ESPN Milwaukee. So I went, hey, you know who I got? My guy.
I like this guy. He's like,
yes.
Ben Brust is perfect.
He's got my back. He's got my best interest at heart. And as we're waiting for the meeting to commence, there's one person still joining us. Ben blurts out awkwardly. We're just talking the weather. It's like small talk. Ben goes, yeah, Josh, you're not invited to my wedding. And I laughed immediately and was like, well, this is an odd time to tell me. And
you shouldn't be telling me this right now because I can see Lake Michigan.
And the partner even was like, that's kind of peculiar to do to somebody. And I immediately went, I can't wait to get back and tell Greg Scalzo. I can't wait to tell Kyle, Strofe, everyone. Because there is no other person who would ever do it. I don't know if you're not inviting someone, I don't think you need to tell them. They kind of figure it out.
Just keep piling on. I deserve it.
C-Cat, your thoughts?
My thoughts are...
Don't trust me.
Yeah.
Don't trust me.
One of a kind. Have you ever been invited to a wedding by being told you're not invited? I've never in my life.
Hey, you're not coming.
No one has ever done the invite that's not actually an invite.
More Ben Brust and Josh DiMaggio with Kyle out in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We're live from Summerfest.
crash on the ramp from North Avenue to 41 northbound now. Going to be causing some problems, so watch out for that. Delays basically from Mayfair Road all the way up to Capitol. More delays up towards Hampton. Southbound is backing up from before Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. Westbound 94, you've got backups from 35th to Hawley Road. Back on the brakes west of Highway 100 all the way to Sunny Slope. Some more delays just west of Moreland and again past Barker. Eastbound is slowing down from Highway 16 past Highway F, and then back on the brakes from 76th Street all the way to 35th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, some clearing with a low of 55. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and mostly sunny. Showers likely staying to the south, a high of 69. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Laziga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
You've spent hours researching peptides, reading, listening, scrolling, and you're probably still wondering, are peptides right for me? The internet can tell you a lot about peptides. It just can't tell you what's right for you. That's a whole different conversation. One we've been having since 2014. More than 10,000 patients. Mentality. The first of its kind is still the best of its kind. Right now, all new patients receive a free consultation plus 10% off treatment. Book your appointment at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
We are the home of green and gold off-season coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour is brought to you by Siding Unlimited, the 5-time winner of the National Pella Platinum Premium Certified Contractor of the Year. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
I'm not a poser.
No.
It is the 414 Hour at 4, but I'm not going to be Kyle Wallace. I'm not Kyle Wallace.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Josh is going to be Kyle Wallace, and he's going to do the hands, and he's going to rap.
I can do a lot of things. Rapping is not one of them. I could certainly rap alone in my car.
With the music?
Yes, at a wedding, but freestyling, rapping, it'll just, listenership will go down.
Oh my gosh, your brain, yeah. Your brain would get jumbled.
As
does mine. I don't know why I'm acting like I would be a little bit better than you.
Yeah, you for sure would.
But it's not a competition by any means. Ben Brust, no Kyle Wallace, Josh DiMaggio of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Mornings 94.5 ESPN is in for Kyle. We're hanging out at Summerfest. Shout out to Major Goolsby's, who is providing great food for all of us to be fed. Check them out when you're at Summerfest. We're in the Gruber Law Office's Sports Zone in the Pella Remote Studio. Now, I said I had something for you, Josh, and it has nothing to do with wedding season and regrets. It has everything to do with looking forward to tomorrow, because I don't want to get into this yet, because CCAT says we have Adam and Madison on the line, and he said good call. So now we're going to see if CCAT's a good judgment of our K&B fam. No Go Bears for you. Let's go to Adam and Madison. You're on with Josh and Ben on the Carbos Talk and Text line.
Ben, Josh, how you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Josh, been a while. Haven't heard you in a little bit. I just wanted to call Ben. I wanted to let you know you are not invited to my wedding.
Yes, let's get that going.
Understandably so, okay?
If you are listening and you have a wedding approaching,
just call and
just tell Ben he's not invited. That is the perfect. I can't believe we haven't landed here yet. Thank you, Adam. It's good to hear you again as well.
Are you going to call Kyle and remove me from his wedding Saturday?
I think if you have a wedding coming up, even if you're thinking about having a wedding.
No, don't do that, because then you might tip off your fiance.
No,
or
I'm saying
future fiance.
You're engaged, but the wedding isn't planned yet.
Okay.
We don't have a date, But
incoming, there's a call from Alex Strofe on the Carlos Talking text line.
In the eventuality of us confirming our nuptials, I want you to know you're not invited. Thank you, Adam. That was very nice.
800-990-3776. If you're having a wedding and you want to not invite me, just call and do so for Josh's favor. As I was saying, Homer on the Homer Hour likes to let you know the Miz is not pitching today. And so I thought, it's good. Everyone needs to know when Jacob Mizorowski is pitching.
Yes.
And so my thing has been, I want to let people know earlier than Homer. He lets you know just on the day. Is he pitching or not? For a while, I would say this is when he's pitching, and then there would be rainouts, and I would be wrong. So I've tried to tread carefully.
Yeah.
The Miz is scheduled to pitch tomorrow. And Sophia Minner put that out there, and I trust her a lot more than I trust myself with Brewers knowledge in terms of what's going on. But I'll be going to the game. And last Friday, I ran some simulations, Josh.
Nobody loves a simulation like Ben Brust.
Nobody does. I landed on 1 in every 350 starts based off the way that Jacob Mizorowski had pitched in his last 8 starts prior to what he did last outing. 1 in every 350 is he's expected to throw a perfect game.
Uh-huh.
Will we see Jacob Mizorowski throw a perfect game? Not tonight, in his career. He faced the minimum.
I'm saying
with less than 100 pitches and 15 strikeouts. It was just 1 hit from Kyle Schwarber. So when I asked the question, it may seem outrageous, but there's evidence to provide that, you can look at Jacob Mizorowski as someone who can literally at any moment give you history when he's on the mound.
So I don't want to poo-poo the Miz.
Oh, you're poo-poo Joshy. Poo-poo Joshy.
I will never poo-poo the Miz. I think he will throw a no-hitter. A perfect game, I'm not there yet. Ben, there's been 24 perfect games in the history
I did
of
this in my
Major League
simulations.
Baseball.
They said 1 in 650 based off his total body of work is what's more likely.
Yes, which are incredibly small odds. If I was betting the lottery, I'd love those odds, but they're still very small. It just feels like a perfect game is more than just someone being dialed in. It takes good fortune. It takes good luck. I think with the way
he didn't touch ball 3 in that game.
I know.
So
he's
he's also doing stuff that helps those odds shrink from a pitching standpoint.
Think of all the all-time great pitchers that never had perfect games.
But think no all-time great pitcher has pitched like Jacob Mizorowski has pitched in those 8 weeks with the velocity as the command that he has, the strikeouts.
According to people who like to make their own history books, Nolan
Ryan was throwing 110. 110.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. We had never seen it. Nobody else was throwing above 92, but he was
Nolan
throwing
Ryan
110.
was blowing it by.
I'm too much of a baseball dork. I like following the numbers too much. 24. You know how many starting games have been started in the history of the MLB? A lot. I don't know if you want to chat GPT simulation that number.
Okay, Josh. Again, this is poo-poo Joshy. You don't believe in things that are possible. This isn't something I'm throwing at you that is impossible.
No,
he literally threw.
It's also not possible for
Maddox.
Kyle Harrison to throw a perfect game. It's not possible.
I know, but
it's not possible for Brandon Sproat.
But we haven't seen them go beyond
the
7 or 6 for Sproat, 6 innings.
The fact that the Miz got so close and didn't get it is even more credence
you're
to
just
me.
so glass half empty.
Put in the YouTube chat. Put a poll in there. Will Jacob Mizorowski throw a perfect game? I think people are going to be on my side. As positive as we all are.
In his career, will Jacob Mizorowski throw a perfect game? Again, I'm not saying – I understand the odds are still far out, but it's still something where I'm thinking he pitched the minimum. It was 1 hit. Nothing else. Didn't hit ball 3. Didn't hit any batters. The Brewers are a really good defensive team, so you'd like to think that the good fortune of not having an error, if something like that was happening for him, is a better probability because of the way they play defense. And if they're up, Pat Murphy's going to put the best defenders on there.
The best case I were to make for you is the past 8 games, Jacob Misiorowski has pitched basically like no one else in the history of the game, which might take his odds from, mere mortal pitchers, even great aces throughout history, to a higher level. But even then, he throws that ball so dang hard that the contact, if they get it, makes it more likely to be a hit. And he's not giving up a ton of hits, which makes
this
it impressive.
wasn't Josh DiMaggio find every reason why it's not going to happen. I want you to now change your mindset and give me some reasons why it will happen.
He throws
First 2
104.
votes are 100%. He's going to throw a perfect game.
Wow.
I'm one of the votes.
Okay.
It just got out there on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee.
Head to
Vote.
the YouTube chat safely, not if you're driving. Do it, park to the pull to the side of the road, then vote, and then get back on the road. I feel like I've been as positive about Jacob Misiorowski. I was talking about voting for betting on him on the Cy Young on the weekly wager prior to the show starting, prior to the season starting, I should say. We talked about that probably
Plus
at length.
3,000.
Yes. Now he's a favorite.
Yes, he's a minus favorite.
Which is unbelievable. And I drafted him in our fantasy baseball league.
Cool.
I'm as Jacob Misiorowski.
Cool.
I've seen him pitch 4 times this year in person. I'm a Miz guy. I just don't see the odds.
Drew in the 262 chimes in on the Carb List Talk and text line. Josh has to stop hanging out with Chewy. He's becoming too negative.
Negative?
Ryan from Maguanago. There's a greater chance of the Miz throwing a perfect game than Ben getting invited to Josh's wedding.
That's 1-0.
You wouldn't throw a 1% at me?
No.
There's not a 1% chance
I
that,
can't,
that
I
somehow
can't,
if I can recoup,
if
you're not even engaged.
If a catastrophe happens and you're one of 6 people left on Earth, I think maybe then, just because the boring party would be boring.
Can I officiate?
No. No. Heavens no.
How much is Benny willing to bet that he gets a perfect game? Well, I don't know. So, someone's got to offer the bet. I don't know where I could bet it. But
What
if
is
I
it,
could,
1 to 650?
it would probably be more. Again,
Right.
I did a simulation. My simulations aren't what
650
the
to 1.
what,
Sorry, I
what,
had those
what the
odds backwards.
bookmakers would have. It'd probably be like 10,000 to 1.
Can we contact our friends at the Potawatomi Sportsbook and not say, hey, can you offer this bet? But, hey, if you were to offer this bet, where would the odds even start? Because it feels like something that –
I'm sure.
What are the?
I'm sure I could do it with Homer.
I'm sure there are odds for. Will there be a perfect game this season, and that applies to all pitchers.
But just specifically for, and even that with 24 in the history of Major League Baseball, I don't know. Even 10,000 feels light. Maybe I am far off.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to be more negative like Josh.
I don't think I'm negative. If you're getting the idea I'm negative out there in the audience, I want to disabuse you of that thought. I'm as positive as they come, especially about Jacob Misiorowski.
Everyone knows the guy that says I'm positive is so positive.
They call me Positivity Joshy. That's the thing that everybody says about me.
Yep, I hear it all the time.
It's so far 24, Ben.
But it's the Miz.
It is the Miz.
It's the Miz. It's the Miz. He threw a Maddox. He faced the minimum. One hit. 10,
I understand that.
Under 100 pitches. 15 strikeouts. He almost threw what would have been the most unbelievable perfect game of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't.
He didn't. But I'm going to believe. And you're not going to stop my belief just because I agree with Ryan Maguanago and Drew and all them who say you're too negative.
Over 238,500 games have been played. There's about a 1 in 9,400 chance of it happening.
So that's a starting point. But
See,
then
the
if
last
you take
one to throw on is Domingo Germán.
Stop. But when you take the 1 in 94, whatever it was, 9,400.
What you're looking for?
Was
the
it
number?
that 1 in 9,400?
1 in 9,500.
If you take that, the number goes down when you think of Jacob
of course,
Misiorowski.
there's a lot of stinky pitchers out there.
Correct. So
Yeah.
you can't just use that. That's why let's just cut that in half, just because.
Okay.
Just because. So now we're looking at 1 in every 40,000. Jacob Misiorowski's shown performance that would make me cut it down another 20,000 or 2,000. So we're looking at 1 in every 2,000 Jacob Mizorowski starts.
So it says here, there was a sports book that shall remain unnamed. The odds were plus 225 for a perfect game to happen, when the actual odds that should be offered are closer to plus 525.
For any pitcher
throughout the course
League
of a season, which that's a really long shot bet. I know we've hit some plus 500s and up in our day when it comes to the weekly wager at Potawatomi, betting on the Super Bowl, but you ain't placing many plus 525s and reaping rewards.
Josh is being accused of maybe getting some secondhand from people at Summerfest.
I'm being. You should be accused.
Nobody's
of that.
saying he can't stop laughing. It's making him laugh. That's Gus in the 262.
Shout out Gus.
You and Chef Ed are two in the same. Positive but realistic.
Yes. Yes.
And Drew with the line that I think. I just watched Casino Night. I don't know if it's from Casino Night in the Office. If someone gives you 10,000 to 1 odds in anything, you take it. Kevin Malone from The Office.
He's a numbers guy.
Wiser words have never been spoken. So we are scheduled to have Ryan Braun on the Yingling Legends line at around 4:30 now. So we're going to hear from C-Cat. We call it catastrophic with C-Cat because everything he does is catastrophic so far. So we're going to hear from C-Cat coming up next on Kyle and Brust, live from Summerfest with Josh DiMaggio in from Kyle.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
Payback is I sure have. I still got a video from a lady talking crazy to me. I said, oh, ma'am, I am writing a review.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got a crash. It's on the ramp from North Avenue, 241 northbound. We've also got the main line flowing down from Mayfair Road all the way up to Silver Spring. Southbound backing up from Good Hope Road to Capitol Drive. We've got delays along the bypass heading southbound from just south of the Zoo Interchange to Lincoln. Back on the brakes from Oklahoma Avenue down and around the Hale Interchange all the way to Loomis. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Some clearing with a low of 55. Tomorrow mostly cloudy to mostly sunny. Showers likely staying to the south, a high of 69. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yingling Legends Live. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yingling Legends Live.
Ryan Braun, I appreciate you joining us here on Kyle and Brust.
But we just wanted to have fun. You know, baseball's a game of failure and adversity. It's such a long season. You want to find ways to enjoy the success when you have good moments.
The Yingling Legends Live. Crack open a Yingling lager and raise a toast to an American tradition. D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Best time of the year, it's patio season. Hey, it's Alex Strofe, and no better place to soak in patio season than Veer North on Milwaukee's east side. Veer North brings the energy with a spacious patio, elevated food, and craft cocktails perfect for summer nights. Headed to a game? Start here and hop on the shuttle straight to the ballpark. Same goes for Summerfest and all your favorite festivals, pregame, postgame, or stay for the whole night. Live music, great vibes, and a menu that goes way beyond the basics. Veer North is not your average sports bar. Veer North, Milwaukee's go-to for summer fun.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Homer here. I've been on this journey since January and have already lost 27 pounds and on my way to at least 30. What I love most is how safe and easy this program has been. No complicated plans, just real results that fit into everyday life. If you've been looking for a weight loss program that really works, this is it. For a limited time, get $200 off with our summer special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
When you're getting married, the rings matter. There's something you wear for a lifetime. That's why my fiance and I went to Paul's Jewelers. Paul's Jewelers specializes in custom jewelry for life's biggest moments. Lab-grown or natural diamonds, great pricing, and a lifetime warranty, so your jewelry can be refurbished, repaired, or refitted anytime down the road. Their team made the entire process easy and stress-free. I can't wait to show off my wedding band after our big day. Create your masterpiece today by visiting Paul's Jewelers in West Allis.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our great friends at Road America. Turn your day into an experience at Road America. Just a short drive from Milwaukee and Green Bay, this legendary track offers more than just racing. Walk the grounds, explore every corner, and watch action from wherever you want. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. And on-site camping lets you stay all weekend. Trans Am is up next at Road America coming June 26th through the 28th. Great food, great views, and non-stop action. Road America, where racing meets the outdoors. Check out roadamerica.com.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I can't raise my arms, I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a work day without that pain. And it's Ben Brust here to celebrate what you can do, and that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. Not bracing for the next jolt of pain that's gone, back to living the best lives. You've heard me talk about Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative there it is. Regenerative treatments done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. Because with QC Kinetics, their secret sauce helps the inflammation calm down and that pain backs off. And we love hearing from you and how we helped you dig out from that under the list of I can't do this, I can't do that. You can do this, you can do that because it's a good life. And by going to QC Kinetics, you can help get rid of that pain. The consultations are totally free to see if you are a good candidate. So weekend appointments are available. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. Kyle and Brust live from Summerfest. No Kyle Wallace getting ready for his wedding on Saturday. Josh DiMaggio in for him. And we have C-Cat, who we're getting up to speed, producing the show. C-Cat. You've been catastrophic today, yesterday, and the day before. And this segment is called Catastrophic, so let's see what you got.
Brother, I want to know what Ben Brust and Josh DiMaggio would do if this happened at their respective abodes. Because I saw this online and I couldn't wait to share it. When you get an Amazon package or a package from anywhere, normally the driver stops at the curb, walks up, puts it on your step, or maybe they throw it in your mailbox. But have they ever done this before? An Amazon driver drove through somebody's freshly cut lawn, leaving tire marks from about, I don't know, that's about 60 yards from the road.
It's a lot of grass.
Up to the front porch, and drops it off there. What is the course of action from the homeowner that this happened to?
Jail. Reckless driving.
I'm the type of person who's not precious about lawns and grass. I do enjoy doing it. But when you drive across the entirety of someone's lawn that way, like you're an Amazon delivery driver, you know the rules. It's not, I imagine this isn't your first package. It seemed almost like a targeted attack.
I don't know. I can't even give an opinion because I can't comprehend what could be going through somebody's mind.
And if you watch that video again, the person whose lawn they drive through, it's not the person who's got weeds. It gets a little long, you know. They just mean it's a pristine lawn. That is a well cared for, well managed lawn. Something that the homeowner takes pride in.
By the way, there is a driveway.
Yeah, I see it.
I just want to make sure for the listening audience, they know there's a driveway. It's not just like grass and you have to walk up. Like, there's a driveway.
The tire marks and then the backing
out.
And then spinning the tires to Y-turn. I mean, it's a debacle. I think you just have to go to Amazon and be like, hey, guess what? You're replacing all of my lawn. You're Amazon. You have to.
Amazon's got to give them
you got more
lawn
money
care
than
for
God.
life. Lawn care for life.
You're going to be sending me some sod, maybe some equipment to help take care of it. Like,
no, they're not sending me anything. They're doing it all.
Actually, just give me cash and I'll do nothing about it and be happy.
Yeah, that too. But I'm throwing the biggest fit to make it seem like this is the lifetime value of my lawn that you screwed up.
The invoice is going to be massive, and I'm going to pocket it and then probably buy more stuff on Amazon.
Yep. And pray for a better delivery driver.
Yep.
Now, the Green Bay Packers had a charity softball event. This was a couple of weeks ago, but just yesterday the Packers posted some mic'd up, Micah Parsons going nuts, Jordan Love going nuts, and this is how it began. This is a sneak preview. You can go to their X account if you want the entire thing. The voice you hear in all but one of these clips is Micah Parsons, who, might miss half the season if you ask his brother. Take a listen.
You're an op right now, buddy. We're going to mercy rule y'all.
Put your life on this. Welcome down.
Yo, who knows baseball? Nobody?
Trey, smack that. All he do is smack that.
Damn indeed. Apparently the game was not going Micah Parsons' side of the dugout way.
No, I'm not surprised. He's doing all the pump-up stuff, but he doesn't. If he was trying to play manager, he's like, anyone know baseball?
That's tough.
It's not baseball. It's softball.
Does anyone know baseball? And the funny thing is, I'm sure you played softball as well. It's not the same game.
That's what I'm saying. Does anyone know baseball? Does anyone know softball?
Certainly the fundamentals of baseball help, but when we first started playing, it was a total different game. We weren't any good because we had to figure out, you play this a little bit different. It's not
the way
same.
you swing at the softball as well.
Yes, it's all different. I like his passion. It does feel like it could be maybe perhaps a bit tiresome. Like, hey, we're out here for charity, and you're screaming, let's effing go in my face? Like, let's just
chill out, guy.
This is charity softball.
I'm not going to judge. I'm a gym class hero type guy. I might be similar to Micah in terms of my personality, even at a charity softball game. I did hit a leadoff home run in a Wisconsin football versus Wisconsin basketball at Madison Mallard's stadium there, and I slid into home plate.
Of course you did. I to say I'm not that far away from you. I made the all-star team of a co-ed softball league where half the people had picked up a glove for the first time maybe in their life ever. So we're not that far away. I do know when to dial it back.
I don't.
And I remember distinctly Greg and I picking a nit on you. And talking about how we knew you were a gym class hero and you were always the first one finishing when, it was time to race. And that was a moment of self-reflection from you that honestly I didn't like because I felt like we were being mean. And
You were. I cried when I got back from gym class in elementary school because they were like, show off. He's trying too hard. I'm like, I don't know how to do anything else other than go hard.
There's nothing more perfectly bent than to be like, what do you mean?
But then I'd learned I deserved it in 7th grade when, in middle school, everyone after gym class is hanging out, and everyone's showing, I was the guy who could touch the rim.
Yeah.
And I would grab the rim and act like I was cool, and then I would get made fun of. I was like, yeah, I probably deserve that. But I only know one speed. That's to compete. To compete. I see Ryan Braun's popping in his face because on the Yingling Legends line, Ryan Braun is going to join Kyle and Brust next, and man, it's going to be really different without Kyle Wallace. We got Josh DiMaggio. You got big shoes to fill.
I do.
Because Kyle has literally showed Ryan
Fawned
Braun
over him?
that he thinks about him night and day, 24/7. That's how much he loves Ryan, who's joining us next.
Ryan.
I know.
You're
but
dealing
it's different.
with Kyle and Brust
Man, Kyle, do you ever know what you're talking about?
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
41 southbound starting on Good Hope Road, stretching all the way down to Capitol Drive. The northbound side's backed up from Mayfair up to Silver Spring. Within that, we do have those delays because of an accident at North Avenue. It's on the on-ramp there. Southbound 43 backing up from Good Hope Road to Bender, and then back on the brakes from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette to the KK River. Buying a home? Apply for a stress-free mortgage from Great Midwest Bank and experience your state of banquility. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your equal housing lender. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, some clearing with a low of 55. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy to mostly sunny. Showers likely staying to the south, a high of 69. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lozada on 94.5 ESPN.
As we celebrate Independence Day in 250 years of American freedom, there's never been a better time to invest in the place you call home. Maybe it's that roof you've been meaning to replace, those drafty windows you've learned to live with, or that bathroom you've wanted to update for years. Whatever project you've been putting off, Exterior Pros and Baths can help. This Independence Day, you can save up to $3,000 on your next project. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Feels like the world is a little broken lately. Maybe all we need is a fix. Most spirits are acidic. Fix Vodka is different. Fix Vodka is the world's first high-alkaline, acid-free vodka. Handcrafted with natural spring water and select grain. Clean, smooth, done right. Better water, better vodka. Get your local Fix.
Fix Vodka.
Enjoy responsibly.
Brewers Cubs action on a weekend? Yeah, you're gonna want to see this. Be here Friday, June 26th through Sunday, June 28th for the first matchup between the Brewers and Cubs at American Family Field of 2026. You know what happened last time, and it's time to defend home field once again. One thing's for sure, big moments are bound to happen. Score your seat for another chapter in the Brewers-Cubs rivalry now at Brewers.com.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Get a $1,000 trade-in bonus. Any make, any model, any condition. You'll be surprised at how much you'll get for your trade at the Cunis Trade-Up event, happening now at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis dealerships in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. That's right. Any make, any model, any condition. Get a $1,000 trade-in bonus and take advantage of great new vehicle specials from Chevrolet, GMC, and Buick. Looking for value? Shop over 3,000 pre-owned vehicles group-wide with models for every lifestyle and payments for every budget. Plus, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. The Cunis Trade-Up event is happening now. Get a $1,000 trade-in bonus. Any make, any model, any condition. For a limited time only. Find your nearest location at shopcunis.com.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle and Brust live from Summerfest. Ben Brust here alongside Josh DiMaggio in for Kyle Wallace, and joining us on the Yingling Legends line is Ryan Braun. Ryan, so happy to have you back. How's it going?
Doing great, man. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I enjoyed the tail end of your conversation and your competitiveness coming out, so that was fun for me. Thanks.
Yeah, gym class hero over here. You know, it led me to playing professionally overseas in Lithuania, so my dreams really came true. But, Ryan, I want to see if you'll join my club. Josh is Mr. Negative. I think that...
Unfair.
Mr. Negative. But I know how hard it is. There's only been 24. But when you see somebody like Jacob Mizorowski go the minimum, have the Maddox, have less than 100 pitches, never hit ball 3, have a defense like the Brewers behind him, and have 15 Ks and less than 100 pitches, like, he has an opportunity to throw a perfect game more than any other pitcher in the world right now.
I think it's almost unfair to have that expectation. It's fun as a fan to tune in every 5th day or 6th day and know it's a legitimate possibility. I mean, the pure stuff is as good or better than anybody in the history of the sport, and he's doing it at a really high level. But I think it's almost unfair to have that expectation. He's set the bar impossibly high, but the run he's been on over his last 8 or 10 starts, you feel like he has a chance to do something special every time he takes the ball. And the fastball it's so unique, it's so dominant. It feels like he can throw an entire game with just fastballs. And there's almost no way to prepare for it, right? There's nobody that throws as hard, releases the ball as close to home plate, and still has that little bit of wildness where you have a little fear in the back of your mind. So what he's doing is so special, man. It's fun to watch.
I liked his way of responding to that.
He was nicer about it.
1,000 times better than yours.
But he also was just as harsh as me of like, that's unfair, which is exactly what I've been saying.
But you said unfair and like you're stupid. He just said it's unfair, but
Ryan's a nice guy. I'm not as nice.
Ryan, it's like you want to appreciate greatness. Like what we're watching right now is greatness. And to expect something to be done that's only been done on average once every 5 or 6 years throughout the history of the sport is unfair. It's realistic. It's like I understand why people have that expectation. But it's so much fun to watch what he's doing, and he's doing it at a level very few people ever have over a multi-month period of time.
Well, expectation is strong. I don't have that expectation, but maybe I'm just going to watch to see if it's possible.
You're on perfect game watch every single start, which is fair. He's been that incredible. Ryan, I've been a huge fan of Bryce Terang and what he sort of blossomed into as his career in Milwaukee has gone on. What have you seen from him that took him from a guy that didn't have the most power, but had a decent bat, and what changed and what brought him to where he is now, where everyone's thinking this guy should be in the All-Star game? No doubt about it.
Yeah, it's been incredibly impressive. You know, he came up as a very high floor guy in that he was a great defender. He was a great base runner. He did a lot of things well. Swinging the bat from the left side, you felt like when he put the ball in play consistently, he'd give himself an opportunity to get on base. But to see the power really developed, and it's power to all fields, right? You see some guys that really learn how to pull the ball in the air,
his opposite field swing is just so sexy.
It's incredible. It's incredible. And just like year over year, the consistent improvement and progression, I think it's fair to say he's turned himself into one of the best all-around players in the sport. And the defense is still there. He's an incredible defender. He's a great base runner, and he's a legitimate middle-of-the-order threat with power to all fields. So it's been really cool to see. It takes a ton of effort, not just from him, but I'm sure from the hitting coaches and the staff to just work with him on what they would make from a suggestions perspective on how he should get better. So it's been super impressive to watch.
Ryan Braun joining us on the Yuengling Legends line here on Kyle and Brust live from Summerfest. And, Ryan, as he talked about Terang, there's so many other guys we can talk about, but I think a lot of people after the Braves series really, I don't want to say overreacted, but reacted, right? Back into the bullpen. I know there's been some injuries. The bats, other than the 8 runs in one inning that they had on Sunday, and then even against the Guardians this week, like, as this team sits 20 games above 500, do you expect Matt Arnold to maybe go outside a little bit of his comfort zone and maybe make something bigger happen? I'm not talking Scooble or just make something happen to give a jolt to this team.
I mean, I would make an argument that getting Woodruff back is as big an acquisition as it gets. As well as he threw the ball the other day. I always think about how do your frontline starters line up with the best pitchers on the teams you're likely to face in the postseason. And if you look at our front 3 right now with Woodruff back, you can keep him healthy, throwing the ball the way that we know he's capable of. That is a dominant front 3 in the rotation that would match up with any, front 3 in a postseason series. So, they're always trying to improve the team. I'm sure they're out there looking to find ways to get better. But getting a guy like Woodruff back is incredibly impactful, especially when you think about just matching up with the high-end talent that you'll face in the postseason, whether it's, the Braves, the Dodgers, or any of these other teams that have really good starters. If you kind of look at the front of our rotation right now, it's about as good as it gets.
So I 110% agree with you, and I'm going to try and speak for Kyle Wallace for a second because, and obviously there's.
Well, don't you have to start by saying how handsome he is?
Oh man, you are so beautiful. I think about you all the time, man. How do we not play that highlight coming in with Yuke's voice? Because everyone deserves to hear how Ryan Braun was the man hitting bombs for the Milwaukee Brewers. That's my guy, Ryan Braun.
That was a good shot. That was a good attempt.
Yeah, good shot. I'm not Kyle. That was the best I could do. So with everything you said there, I 110% agree about the pitching. With like, if you could have three guys, obviously Woody with like an injury history, like you just need to help. You need to hope to see him continue to stay healthy and have his velocity where it was in that first game, because he was getting juiced up. 94 was a good number for him with everything he's been through. Now Kyle pushes back at me and says, I'm not worried about pitching, I'm worried about bats, because there's stages you got it, the divisional and the wild card, you'll see where you fall if you skip that or not. But from a bats perspective, when you looked at that Dodgers series, the pitching wasn't even that bad. It was the inability to score runs. Are you of the camp of me of, I think with the year of experience that this team has, from that, like, they're going to grow, and they've been better this year, so you should assume growth in a spot like that again?
Yeah, I think, it's fair to assume that there will be growth, that they will have taken something from that experience, that they'll be able, one of the biggest challenges is staying calm and slowing down your heartbeat in those big games, big moments. And there's really no way to duplicate that experience other than having gone through it. So for them to have played in an NLCS against a great Dodgers team, to have gotten big postseason at bats, to have played in a winner go home game against the Cubs in Game 5 is something that should really benefit these guys. And Jack Contreras finally just getting back and fully healthy. I think it's fair to assume that guys like him and Bryce Terang and Pratt, the young shortstop who just came up, all these guys should.
I wonder if he got called.
That has happened before.
I heard it happen with Niger. T-Plush.
That was in the middle of a really important aspect of this playoff run, as hopefully
Is it dorky that I text some people and was like, hey, I'm interviewing Ryan Braun right now?
Not at all. But why didn't you tell him that? You're Kyle
to.
Wallace today.
I reported back to Mom. Hey, Mom, guess what? I'm interviewing Ryan Braun. Can you believe it?
Do you remember when I was a little boy? And I was pretending to be him in the front yard?
Oh, yeah.
So we'll effort to get Ryan Braun back. And I'm not happy that he's gone. I'm more so laughing that CCAT, Mr. Catastrophic, has to deal with like a pressure panic situation.
It sounds like we might have.
Ryan back. We had a guest. Did you receive a call?
I did. It was my wife, and she's called twice, so hopefully everything's okay. If not, I'm blaming you guys.
Totally.
I'll take that.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Josh was doing his best Kyle Wallace and saying, is it weird that I became the guy who told everyone I was interviewing Ryan Braun today?
I told my mom and dad.
We have another Kyle Wallace in our hands.
You guys are all too kind to me, man. You guys are all too kind to me.
You deserve it for what you did here. It's been amazing. Ryan, what is the Brewers' secret sauce? How come they can develop players they can, bring pitchers in? I mean, they brought in, what's his name from last night? The relief pitcher. Kunal, yes. And he just started throwing he upticked 4 miles per hour. Andrew Vaughn came in. And then the prospects. Is it R&D? Is it the spreadsheet nerds? Or is it the coaching and development? Like, what is that?
I think it's some combination of all of it, right? I think starting with continuity throughout the organization, starting with the ownership group at the Atenacios. Obviously, Matt Arnold's done such a fantastic job with the team. Pat Murphy's the perfect guy with the right personality and mentality, especially for young guys. And then I think for players from other teams, you buy into the track record of guys who end up on the Brewers, right? It's like you just believe that they're going to find a way to get the most out of your ability. They've done it consistently over the last decade plus, where you've seen a lot of guys who have struggled in other organizations get an opportunity with the Brewers. They do a great job of identifying, changes that they would suggest guys make, implementing the changes quickly, and seeing guys take huge steps forward. So some combination of everything, but I really think it's like, there's now a proven track record of them doing this consistently, and the just mentality makes a difference. Guys buy in.
Yeah. With the Brewers playing the Cubs this coming weekend, who was your favorite team to beat?
Favorite team to beat? Cubs are definitely at the top of the list. Cubs and Cardinals, two biggest rivalry teams. I think throughout the course of my career, both organizations went through periods where they were, kind of the toughest team in the division. And just the atmosphere and environment against both of those teams were always so much fun.
What pitcher in your career did you see on the mound and go, not this guy, he seems to always have my number? Was there one that always sort of you not feared but were worried because for whatever reason he got after you in a way that you couldn't quite figure out the way you wanted to?
Sure. Yeah, I think in our division specifically, Adam Wainwright for a while. You know, he had that big curveball that was tough to hit on the barrel consistently. Johnny Cueto early in his Reds career, he was really good. He was tough. And then there were just some random relievers. Remember the Dodgers had a guy named Ronald Belisario threw a really, really heavy sinker that I struggled against. So there were always a few guys that you knew when they were at their best. You had your hands full.
I would ask you who did you lick your chops when you saw him coming up, but I don't think you want to throw anyone under the bus and make them look bad. So
do that. Who'd you own?
Most
Ryan's too nice.
Pitchers. I always love most left-handed pitchers.
There we go.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like there's a lot about righty, lefty. We see what Vaughn's doing against lefty. What is it about it? Just the ability to see it from the left-handed pitching? Like, how is he able to be so
I think
good
the
against left-handed
off-speed
pitching?
pitches. The off-speed pitches come to you, right? So instead of the ball breaking away from you, if you can stay behind the ball, I think you had a better chance on off-speed pitches. And then for me personally, my dad was left-handed, so growing up, I would always face left-handed BP. So I just got very comfortable seeing the ball out of the hand of a lefty, and I think it's definitely made a difference, kind of all the way throughout my career.
I'm trying to see here. Yeah, 208 average against Waino. 3 home runs.
You didn't have to bring up the stats.
I had
homers
to.
Off him, but yeah.
Yeah, you got 3.
You got
3. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Slug.
What about Cueto?
354.
Cueto was probably similar.
ChatGPT.
While he looks for Cueto, I want to ask about Jake Bauers, who at 30 years old has the most career home runs ever. How does something like that happen so seemingly late in someone's career? A guy who, he's gotten his at-bats, he's been fine, but now he's a guy the Brewers are having trouble getting out of the lineup because he just keeps hitting.
I mean, he's earned more playing time, right? And a lot of it comes from knowing that the organization has the confidence that they're going to continue to run you out there. He's earned that opportunity, but I think for a lot of guys, just the confidence to know if I go 0 for 4 today, I'm going to be in the lineup tomorrow. That matters, right? It's such a hard game. You fail so often that just knowing you have the belief of the coaching staff and the organization. And if you look at it, it's a great swing. It looks to me like he's comfortable against righties and lefties. He hits good pitching. There's no reason why it shouldn't continue.
Well, Ryan,
and
we
I'm now
appreciate
42,
it as
so
always.
The fact that we refer to 30 as old scares me. 30's not old, He's still he's maybe toward the end of his prime, but he's still in his prime,
According to what I have here, against Johnny Cueto, we got a 971 OPS, so you might be misremembering here.
Interesting.
Good for you.
Interesting. Surprising.
All right,
maybe
enjoy
later in
your
his
weekend.
Career. Maybe I got him later in his career.
Yeah, well, you usually got a lot of everybody.
Yeah,
so.
you ended up winning eventually.
We appreciate the time on the Yingling guest line and look forward to hearing from you soon, all right?
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
That's Ryan Braun on the Yingling Legends line. And quickly before we get to Brian Balaga, I'm going to tell you how you can grow in 2026 at the Princeton Club. Something for everyone. Outdoor, indoor pool, basketball court, outdoor, indoor tennis courts, personal training, state-of-the-art workout equipment, and an environment when you walk in, you can feel people getting better. They root for you to get better. It's a club environment where now they have a recovery lounge with so many different ways that you can get better from recovery, clean, state-of-the-art. It is the best place for you in the Milwaukee area. Go check out the Princeton Club in New Berlin and find your better tomorrow and grow in 2026. From one legend to, I'd call Balaga a legend. He won a Super Bowl. Brian Balaga joins us next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
But then when you whoa
off now.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Maybe your summer sounds like country. Maybe it sounds like rock. Maybe it sounds like pop or hip hop. However your summer sounds, you'll find it at Summerfest. With hundreds of artists, great food, lakefront views, and unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone. Summerfest, Milwaukee's World Festival. 3 weekends, one incredible summer tradition. Get tickets and see the lineup at summerfest.com. That's summerfest.com.
This is Aaron Braun, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust here for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of the house this summer and enjoy a great weekend at Road America, located conveniently between Milwaukee and Green Bay in Elkhart Lake. This legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course has been hosting the world's best racers since 1955. Bring the whole family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. Camp on site, explore the grounds, and take in racing your way. It's more than a race, it's a full-day experience. Trans Am is up next at Road America, coming June 26th through the 28th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, and beer fans, we've got something to cheer about. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. So whether you call it soccer or football, it's time to get your game plan ready as the world's largest soccer tournament returns to the USA. Stop by Discount Liquor to pick up a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra and score a free Michelob Ultra soccer koozie. At Discount Liquor, we stock over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, spirits, THCA, and non-alcoholic beverages, all at the lowest prices in town. From craft brews to hard-to-find whiskeys, we've got a lineup for you. So don't get caught off sides with an empty fridge. Stop into Discount Liquor and stock up before kickoff. Visit us in Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma or in downtown Waukesha at Barstow and Maine.
Discount liquor.
When you're getting married, the rings matter. There's something you wear for a lifetime. That's why my fiance and I went to Paul's Jewelers. Paul's Jewelers specializes in custom jewelry for life's biggest moments. Lab-grown or natural diamonds, great pricing, and a lifetime warranty, so your jewelry can be refurbished, repaired, or refitted anytime down the road. Their team made the entire process easy and stress-free. I can't wait to show off my wedding band after our big day. Create your masterpiece today by visiting Paul's Jewelers in West Allis.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joining us on the Yingling guest line is Brian Bulaga before he joins Homer on the Homer Hour. This will be part of the soccer update right now, brought to you by Discount Liquor. Find them in Milwaukee and Waukesha for all your party and tailgate needs. Brian, I had a conversation with Homer on behalf of you. I didn't make any wagers for you. But first off, welcome into the show.
I can't wait to hear.
I'm as nervous as you are.
And Josh DiMaggio in for Kyle Wallace, for the record. So you and I had a conversation on Monday, and I'm not saying that you said they are going to do this. I said you said this is a potential that they could get to the round of 8, right? They get to the quarters. So I was like, Homer's just anti-U.S. soccer right now. He's like, they can't do anything. They can't do anything. What are they, 17th in the world? He's just, he's Homer. Yeah. And so he goes, I'd give 10-1 odds they don't make the quarterfinals.
Whoa.
Don't you feel like you want to jump in on that? Because if you do, I will.
Those are good odds. I mean,
those
I
are
like
good
those
odds just to get to the quarters. I think they're like 30, 40 to 1 to win the whole thing.
Yeah,
so
just to get to the quarters. Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to have to take him up on that.
Yeah, so make sure if he skips by it, because he'll be like, oh, yeah, U.S. soccer, they're 16th, 17th, they're not going to do this. And by the way, it's I think it's, what is it, Bosnia did I see in round of 32?
That'll probably be who they play first, I think. I think that's going to be the first matchup.
So either way, just wanted to put that on your radar. And we talked to Jason Wilde today about Tucker Kraft because you saw Kyle Pitts get a deal. Brenton Strange of the Jacksonville Jaguars, which Jason was not familiar with, got $16 million. Do you think Tucker Kraft will sign to be the highest paid tight end? I mean, the cap went up, so I think it's fair to say yes, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think he's going to set the market here pretty soon, and how soon that is, I'm not totally sure. I'd imagine sometime in camp they're going to get that done. And listen, if Tucker Kraft isn't the best tight end in the NFL right now, then he's like 1B or somewhere in that vicinity, in my opinion. I think he's that good, and he does so much for the team, not just as a receiver and an option for Jordan Love, and Jordan Love's kind of security blanket, but he does so much for the run game too. He's a guy that you could put him on the line of scrimmage and run his way, and he's a strength in the blocking scheme. He's not a weakness. So, and then you look at what he does for the locker room, just for the team in general. He's a leader, an emotional leader, from a standpoint of, his play style and his attitude, he's a leader. So, like, everything about it just screams he's about to get paid a lot of money by the Green Bay Packers. And, yes, I think it will be number one tight end money.
Do you think it matters and is a sign of what's to come that he listed his house for sale recently in one of the suburbs of Green Bay? You think he's looking at an upgrade to the digs now?
Well, he could be. He could be looking at an upgrade to upgrade the pad, but I'd like to see where that is in Green Bay. I mean, that could be a good spot. Like, listen, I lived in the same house in Green Bay for 10 years. I stayed in the same exact place for 10 years, didn't want to move. Out in Swamico. Loved it. But maybe he's – I don't know if he's married or not. I have no idea. But maybe he's looking to get out of a bachelor pad, maybe more of a family-style home. I don't know.
New Franklin is where his house was listed in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe he wants to be closer. I don't know, right? Like, I don't know the reason. I don't think it's like a symbolic, like, Green Bay, if you don't pay me, I'm out of here. I'm already starting to pack my bags. I don't think it's that. He's probably just looking for a little more family-oriented house, would be my guess. He's moving out. He's moving out in age, right? And with age comes responsibilities and things like that.
Bill Barnwell ranked the Packers offensive skill player 17th in all of the NFL. Do you think that number is too high or too low? Or maybe just about right.
I look at him because I think you have elite weapons in Tucker Kraft and Christian Watson, right? And I think if you see an emergence of Golden this year, I think that puts them in around that 10 area, right? Yeah. I think that's where I'd see them landing once the emergence of Golden happens, in my opinion. So I think they're fair right around like 15. And then obviously you get that production from your first round pick from 2 years ago, essentially. And you see something. You see them move up in that ranking, in my opinion.
Assuming all four pass catchers stay healthy, Tucker Kraft, Matthew Golden, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, 1 through 4, one being who has the most receiving yards. Take us through your list.
Ooh, most receiving yards? I think Watson will probably top the scales from receiving yards. And then I think Tucker will be next. And then Reed and then Golden, I think, this year round, if I had to go with the rankings.
I think we're going to see a concentration of those 3 and 4. Like, those numbers are going to be pretty close. And then
Yeah,
there's gonna be a big gap.
or maybe one has 80 and the other has 40, and vice versa
Yeah.
the next week.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think they're interchangeable like that.
Homer's going to be coming on, and I want you to see if he has that 10-1 on the quarters. You don't have to take it. I just want you to be aware of what's out there, okay?
Oh, I'm taking it. I'm definitely taking it.
I love it. Then I can't wait to hear it. That's what's coming up next. Thank you, Brian.
Yep. Take it easy, guys.
See you, Blue.
Live from Summerfest, it's been Ben Brust and Josh DiMaggio, who's been in for Kyle. Don't go anywhere, because you already know what's coming. It's Homer and Brian Bulaga. The Brian Bulaga Homer Hour is coming up next on 94.5 ESPN, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, and, of course, as always, on the ESPN Wisconsin app. I will talk to you with Josh DiMaggio tomorrow.
Delays along 41 southbound starting on Good Hope Road, stretching all the way down